Hello. Nope. We got stream today. How's it going, Libra? How you doing? We have a couple of VOD reviews, I think. We have one VOD review in the Discord, one Am I the Problem in the Discord. Reddit VODs. There we go. Moving stuff around. Very nice. Good afternoon. How's it going? I'm doing well. I had some good rank message after. Nice. Cat VOD. Nice. That'll force me to finally sit down and fully learn the character. I've kind of experimented with her a little bit, but I've seen some gameplay, so. What's up, Hollow? Just Dino mirrors? Yeah. I think it's kind of worth banning Dino, honestly. Because he changes the game in that way. Strange. Kind of fun to play, but awful to play against. What's up, Jake? Alright, it looks like everything's good so far. He's legit just Malga? No, he's not Malga. He's not. Definitely not. All LARPing? Oh boy. He is team dependent. Okay. Oh boy. I don't... Oh. So Malga is a tank that was released in Overwatch 2. And at the time, Overwatch was releasing characters in their battle pass. So in order to get it for free, you had to like play a shit ton. So technically you could get the character for free, but you could also just pay for it and get them instantly. And Malga was so broken that a famous TikTok like went viral where a team was losing. The enemy team had Malga because in Overwatch it was roll lock and there's only one tank, right? So one team's tank had Malga and the other team's tank didn't. He literally left the game, went and spent the money to purchase the battle pass to unlock Malga, came back to the same game and now had Malga unlocked. And then they ended up winning the game. So, I don't think Dino's anywhere near there. I actually have more success when I play, like, Hulk or Cap or, you know, stuff to go around him. But, that's just me. Also, Malga is really annoying to play against. He has 2 double machine miniguns that shoot really fast, and he sets people on fire with them. So when you're playing against a Malga, all you hear is constant hit sounds like you're taking bullets and constant hit sounds like you're taking fire damage. It's so annoying. I don't really think a lot of them understand how Dino works. Yeah, nobody really understands. Yes, I have that one open, so I will read it in a second. Every game is which Dino is better. I completely disagree. I don't think that's the case at all. I don't want roll Q. Yeah, I don't either. I think roll Q was terrible. Playing Emma into Dino is the most boring thing ever. I don't know. I don't really play much Emma. I think she's really bad right now. But that's just me. What's up, Points? How's it going? Honestly, the one thing that's like the saving grace for Dino is he's slow. So like you can just run circles around him all the time, and he either has to choose to frontline or he has to go chase you down. Nice, congrats. Hopefully the headphones work really well. Oh, my nose. The character that I've been having success against Dino is actually the Thing. So I didn't expect that, but it works. Just what I've been having success with. Does he outrange Dino? I think so. Yeah, like the right click, you can sweep everything, and then because of how Dino is set up, everybody tends to brawl, and Thing does really good, but you can't really displace him. And also, Thing is a lot more mobile than Dino. So like while Dino's brawling on the front line, you can use your E or F to dive into the enemy's back line really quickly and then shift out. Or you can E back to your back line really quickly, and then Dino just gets left behind. I don't know. I've only been playing in like lower elo though, so I'm not sure. Oh, those look like nice headphones. Get the closed or the open? Large sound stages are more like maps like Battlefield or Battle Royale than hero shooters. Oh, that makes sense. Emma as anti-tank? Gotta stick to the set roster. Fair enough. Dino has a 40 meter displacement tech. There's no way it's 40 meter. His movement is 40 meters. Closed? Nice. If you're not used to closed back, it'll take a minute to get used to. Oh. Get used to it first. Understand it'll feel weird. There's no way it's 40 meters. Like, he can move 40 meters, but he can only displace people like 10 or maybe 15. Yes, 100% Churro. He's so slow that he'd literally be kidnapped every fight. Like, he would get demolished by Thor. Absolutely demolished. Thor, maybe even Emma, Angela. He'd have tools against Angela. But Thor would just absolutely just invalidate the character. Because he's so slow. All right, who's ready for a VOD review? Have a what is this? A GM2 Bucky console. All right, here we go. It kind of just feels like the fight is centered around him. He's counterable, but I haven't seen another character that forces counters this hard. Yeah, very true. Very true. Yeah, this is the GM VOD. This is the same guy who did the it was an Eternity VOD. Well, they were on 250 ping. And after, maybe I have the silver gold one. Sure, yeah, that's what I have pulled up. All right, here we go. Blow. Headphones, maybe. All right, here we go. Hello everybody, welcome back. We have another VOD review. Today this is a GM2 Bucky. I want to get better at Bucky and really make him one of my best characters. Can I one-trick him to eternity? So real quick on one-tricking, your character's going to get banned at some point. It's going to happen, so I don't recommend it too much. But you can definitely play one character a ton. So let's figure out how to get better at Bucky.
I've done unspeakable things. I hope it's not too late to set them right.
Oh, nice try. Nice try. Oh, Iron Fist, no block. Okay, and there's no runes. Guys in a good position. I like this so far. Unfortunate. You're a little bit vulnerable out here if we look at their team comp. Let's see. I mean, they don't really have anything that can punish you. Fine. So far, so good. It's going. Good. A little bit rushed on the ult, but I think that's fine. It definitely secures the point and forces people back, which is huge on this map. I would trade that ult and like even the next fight for just capping this point and sticking with the momentum. So far I'm perfectly happy.
Better stop that vehicle. Let's hope those goats are ready to go.
Okay, we back up. All right, now I'm thinking, yep. I was literally about to say, we haven't seen a strange ult and they need momentum, so I would be saving Hook for that. It doesn't look like we were ready to save Hook for it, and we could have saved our team? Strange, perhaps? So, already, we definitely want to focus on ult tracking. Ult tracking is like just massive at this rank.
By the eye of Agamotto.
We're down 1 as far as numbers go. Way to back up quickly. That's great. Not like this. You're in too deep. You just, yeah, you don't have the ability to do that. You should have been punished for this, for sure. I know you see the opening that like, oh hey, Strange is low, but I mean he's really not that low, you know? He has,
Of Agamotto.
I mean his shield is low. But it's enough to get him out, and it puts you in a position where you're gonna get punished. Oh, see, it's little micro things like this that like really make the difference in high elo, where it's like, this is great, but the second you see him start blocking, you have to stop shooting. Stop shooting. Granted, you miss, so it doesn't end up being too bad, but W key. W key. Bro, you're at 85. Go get ult charge. Hey, we're up one. Okay, now don't know. Too late. Let it go. Don't chase. Good.
They faded halfway. Stop them.
Never understood. Never understood why some people get so excited at the idea of someone sticking to some one character. It's because people like to outsource their problems, and they see the game a lot more simply. And so it's like, man, we could have just won if we had a shield tank, but this person only plays Thing or only plays, you know, Spider-Man or whatever. Instead of like adjusting the character and the play instead of adjusting the play style, they just want somebody else to just pick a different character. Which at some point starts to be true, but good ult. Nice. I like the attempt. Kind of with ult tracking. So we've already not ult tracked their Strange. The other thing on Bucky you have to ult track is Loki clones their runes. Because if they have runes, you get nothing. And if they don't have runes, you get 2 resets basically for free. So try to track that. Try to force them out early if you can. Not always possible, but... Okay, Magic gets the kill. This is actually because you forced the runes. Because Loki doesn't have runes, so he can't bail himself out. I was just about to say, it is still worth it to try to hook both Thing and Dino, especially in this situation, because even though it doesn't displace them, it still stuns them for a couple seconds, right? For half a second or whatever. He gets like stunned and bounces off. It also stops what they're grabbing, right? So if you hook a little quicker right here, it stops them from throwing the cloak in your back line. I'm doing good. How you doing?
By the eye of Agamotto.
Yeah, we're not old. So this is actually a great example of what you do against Iron Fist block, or Iron Fist ult rather. It's kind of the opposite, right? So when you're fighting an Iron Fist normally, as we said earlier, the second he blocks, you just stop shooting, right? But when he's in his ult, you just keep going. You just keep shooting him as much as you possibly can, and you force him to burn his blocks over and over and over. And like, you're not going to kill him. That's not the point. The point is to get him to stop punching. Because if he's blocking, he's not punching. If he's not punching, he's not doing damage. Just keep on it. That is great. I think Devil Dino's fine. I think he's interesting enough. What's up, Okami? I think he very much caters to the casual player base, but I think that's fine. I think he's kind of annoying, but he's not amazing. So he has weaknesses at least. He is very polarizing though. As in, like, if he's one of the most counterable and he's one of the most polarizing characters. Whereas, like, if you move to counter him, he's basically worthless, and if you don't, he's very strong. If that makes sense. That's my opinion on him. I think he's like, okay, no reason to ult here. Strange already ulted. If we're ult tracking, nice hook. Ah, rushed it. Hey, stood fine. Yo, Okami, congrats on making the team. Great stuff. Was gone briefly. No, I just said congrats. That's all. Congrats on making the pro team. Good stuff. Also, thanks for letting me know about that other Discord server. Way to back up here. This is fine so far. Nice. Oh, almost. So here, I would rather you wait a little bit longer. But this is me not knowing. How long can you charge Bucky Hook for? I think Emma can stay in diamond form for longer. No worries, Andrew. Oh, good. Okay, here we gotta pick a target. This is not good. At least yeah. So let's go back. Yeah, I mean, we're just a little too far out. I think this position is much better where you were, but walking forward is not good. You got to be closer to the wall here. You guys just don't have a solid enough foothold to keep walking forward. I think that gets you killed. Also, your target priority here was a little bit of a mess, but at the same time, I mean, there was 2 invis ults going on and a lot of craziness, so. Okay, now we're down. Either die or get out. Good. Get all the way out. Oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Okay. So this is why we get all the way out. Because you just wasted so many resources from your team. Because they had to bail you out because you didn't go all the way. So, Invis is healing you, and she used her shield, right? How much health does her shield now have? Oh, she's a good Invis, so that's nice. Strange is now bailing you out with his shield and his health bar. And we're just starting on the wrong foot. So, make sure you get all the way out. Oh. That's unfortunate. This has no block. Okay. Nice. Good. Just keep him under pressure. Keep him under pressure. Best as you can. Make sure he gets no value out of his ult. It's so much better that he's attacking you than the supports. Yeah. This is another scenario where you definitely should have hooked. Right here, you have a dino chasing after your supports, right? Even though the hook, you can get greater value, right, than if you hook an enemy tank and pull them in, or cancel an ult or something. But the stun, the half-second stun, so worth it. We didn't get it. Probably gonna deal with it. So at the end there, our target priority really went out the window. We spent most of our time at the end shooting dino, when we could have been getting better value elsewhere. All right. Defense. Let's see how we do. I don't like how far out you are. Okay, and Dino's dead. Back out, back out. Back out, back out, back out. Keep going back. So this is something that, like, this is new to this game, but you'll find it's very easy to just constantly shoot at Dino. But this is just junk damage because you're not slowing him down. There's no chance you're going to kill him. You're barely getting ult charge, but he's getting ult charge, and his supports are getting ult charge. So this is literally just junk damage. You're just constantly shooting the Dino. And it doesn't do anything. Like, shoot the squishies. Which is easier said than done when the Dino's that big, but slight off angles and really focusing on your target priority. So points, I actually do have a video on how to VOD review yourself if you want to check that out on the main channel. Okay. Alright. That's a bit greedy for me. I think you guys are already handily winning this fight. See, maybe not. It's 3-3. I probably would have held off. You're so greedy. You're so greedy. Oh no. So now you don't have an ult. You guys won the fight anyway because the magic killed the invis. And now your team is down, so you're going to lose the point. That's not good.
Shields up.
I don't mind this. Yeah, your team is just down. So that is a tricky part, Churro, of Bucky, is because you can't do like full off angles and you don't have the mobility. So you have to like find it where you can. But this is just blatantly like only shooting the Dino.
We'll reach the checkpoint. Keep up the momentum.
Okay, here we go. We found the squishy. We push him out, hook him back in. Great. Excellent. So much value. And there's flyers, so we knock them down. Perfect. Ironically, it's probably better to keep them flying so you don't hit the Dino in the way. That's an Iron Man ult. That's a good Emma ult. That's a really good Emma ult. There you go. Great. The second the Dino's off the field, you're back to hitting squishies. A little slow getting back there. We used a lot of our resources. Back up, back up, back up. Okay, we have our ult. Our White Fox is dead. Ooh, this gonna be tough. Okay, gotta stay in. I would ult this. There's an argument here for ulting the Iron Fist, because you can tell he's already not in block, right here, because of how he's punching. That means he doesn't have his block, right? Yeah, he doesn't have his block. So here, like after this, I would have ulted him immediately, because that kills him instantly. He's already past half health, which brings your Thor and yourself back into the fight, and you have an ult. But you did rush the other one and then miss it, so I can understand being hesitant. They just have so much frontline pressure. So much frontline pressure. Like they're playing two of the best frontline tanks right now, like frontline brawl-esque. And we're playing not them, right? So we kind of have to figure out how to get alternate value. At this point in the game, we've put so many bullets into the Dino and into the Iron Fist, and it's not slowing them down. So we have to try something different, right? Like we can't slow them down. Yeah, like it's just not working. So at this point, I'd say, you know what? Screw it. I just go find off angles on Bucky. Go like slow them down a different way. Yeah.
I always come back.
Like this is the case for unconventional adjustments. Like you'll see One Above All people just like go make random flank plays on characters that they shouldn't, because the situation just isn't working, so you have to try something else, right? Shooting the Dino doesn't work, so go kill the Ultron, right? And this is just, we're so out of position here. If you're going to stand here, your retreat has to be this way by the walls, has to be this way by the cover, by the health pack. We can't stand this far out and then jump out into the middle of nowhere. Like, it's so easy to get you killed here.
My mission isn't over yet.
Extermination! Maximum pulse! Armed and dangerous!
And then we save our ult for the whole game. So far, what I'm picking up is we gotta plan differently for Dino. We gotta adjust when things aren't going well. Don't get too greedy with your ult, but also don't just save it forever and then you don't use it. So we gotta find a balance there. One thing that I haven't really seen you do is use it as a momentum ult. Like, let's see. Let's look at a situation. So here our Thor is dead. Everybody else is alive. There's an argument here for maybe using Bucky ult. I don't know if Bucky ult's the best for momentum though. But at least what it does is it forces your enemies to react to you, right? So that could slow people down if you're doing it, because they don't want, you know, they don't want to give Bucky resets and just so he starts going crazy. So I would argue like there's a chance you could ult here, even though you're down one, just purely for momentum. It's like, without it, your team's just gonna get run down. But yeah, look for momentum opportunities, change up, adjust your pattern, make sure you're not doing junk damage when Dino's in the game. Those are the three things I would say. Thank you so much for watching. Take care. God bless. Catch you guys next time. Bye. Oh, Lord. I'm sorry, Jake. I hope it feels better. All right. Load up. Was GM Bucky. Junk. Nice. All right. So, let's go do a silver and gold. Somebody hard stuck in silver and gold. Mango.png. Oh boy. Let's go. Let's see. You see my sad Psylocke clip? No, I don't think I did. Is it in the clips or in... I don't think I did. I'm going crazy. There it is. I don't see it. Oh, thank you. Oh. That is a terrible cloak hole. Yikes. Oh my. Hello Cup, just had a little watch of the self-VOD reviewing. Already helpful? Nice. Congrats. I hope it helps. Yeah, I know self-VOD reviewing is new to a lot of people, so figured that'd be a good one. That's a different one from the one you were talking about last night, because last night you were talking about the one where there was a half health thing on point. All right, here we go. Let's see what they say. Hello everybody, welcome back to another VOD review. Today we have a silver and gold. They say hard stuck in silver, please help. I'm not gonna lie, I really like playing support and I also play tank. I was playing Invis and held the point for almost 30 seconds, trying to get overtime for my team. I didn't know what else I could do and I ended the match with 30k healing. I'm begging for tips, please. Great, so
All you need to do is capture the mission
go check it out. Oh boy, yep, this is True Silver. So far, I don't like that we're not using our movement. Invis's cooldown for her jump is only... Oh my goodness, excuse me, sorry for the burps. Their jump is only 6 seconds, so you can use it coming back to point to make sure you get there very quickly. Oh, nice, you already put the shield away. This is great. I like that. Okay, now put the shield away. This time we didn't do it. So whenever you're... Pretty much any shield in this game, because you did mention that you're also tanking. So this is applicable to MS shield or strange shield or anything like that. Whenever you throw your shield out as Invis, it should be for a very specific purpose. And then once that purpose is gone, you put the shield away, right? So here, let's see. We throw the shield out for a tank. Not really the greatest purpose. The tank doesn't really need this. You know, this is one of the bulkiest tanks in the game. So we throw our shield out and now it's going to break and we're not going to have it for later. And then they throw up a shield anyway, which is why we don't really need it for a tank. And then we don't let it go. And then now it's broken, right? So worst case scenario here, if this Star-Lord was any decent or if this was like a Spidey, the Spidey would see, hey, Invis doesn't have shield, and they would jump you instantly. So be careful about, you know, that. I like this positioning. This is much better. Okay, this is not great now. So the idea with invisible woman positioning, you want to keep a couple things in mind. Number one, first and foremost, is are you going to die, right? If you're going to die, then your positioning is bad. So standing right here is not great because there's cover here and there's cover there, and you're not near either of them. So if you start taking damage, the only option you have is your self shield, which now is full health, which is nice. But like right here, you have to use a cooldown or something to get out of the way, right? Which is not what you want. What you want is something like this wall, because there's no cooldown on the wall, and it doesn't matter how much damage it takes, right? So if you're using your self shield, if it takes 200 damage, now it's gone and now you don't have cover. It doesn't matter how much damage this wall takes, it'll never break. So cover's your friend in games like this. And then the second thing as positioning with invis is you want to line up as many people as possible. Kind of hard when your team is split like this, but if we look at it this way, let me bring up my markers. So you have 1, 2, 3 people. If you stand here and you shoot, right, you can heal this person. If you stand here and you shoot, you can heal these 2 people, right? You get both. But if you stand here, and this would be a bad idea because of the first one, but just to illustrate the point, if you're standing here, now when you shoot, you heal all 3 people and probably get some splash damage on this, right? So that triples your healing versus standing here and only shooting 1. So those are the 2 things that you want to keep in mind, is you want to line up as many friendlies and enemies, because she also does damage, as possible while keeping yourself safe. And the one that comes first is keeping yourself safe, because if you die, now you get no healing. That's kind of how you want to approach healing with invis. Okay, way to use the self shield. This is good. No, keep the self shield up. You got to be at full health. Good. So yeah, this is a perfect example of like what not using cover properly does to your team, right? So we don't use our cover properly. We take random spam damage from, I think it's Squirrel Girl, yeah. And since we took this random damage, now we have to back up. And since we back up and now we're using this cover back here, we're forced to it. Versus if we were out here and we were by cover, we probably could have helped save this Iron Fist. So little things like that really do make a massive difference. Next thing I haven't seen is I haven't seen us use our shift yet. Oh, I guess you have used it. Let's see. Let's go check it out. See where you use your shift. I think it was on the dino. And not a great use of shift, but not terrible. So you do kind of want to use your shift on cooldown. There are some exceptions, like if they have a flyer on the enemy team, or they have somebody you can trap who's going to dive you. Those would be exceptions. But in general, you kind of want to use it on cooldown, and you want to throw it on an area back here that makes the supports uncomfortable, or where there's a bunch of people standing, and so you can get some ult charge. So not terrible. I'm just glad we're pressing the button. That's good. I like the idea here. You gotta stop throwing your shield up. Your shield is not for big tanks, because big tanks, they have their shield. They have their own shield. They have a massive health pool, right? So think about it this way. If you look at your dino, right? Your dino has 900 health, 850, and then he gets bonus health, and he does healing through bleed, right? So, and he has a movement option. If you look at your Magneto, Magneto has 650 health, and he has a bubble, and he has a shield. See? Bubble, and then a shield. And then I feel like Magneto can get bonus healing from something. Bonus health. First, so if you give your 200 health shield to the dino, he goes from 850 health to 1050 health, which is not that big of an increase. Versus, right, if we go back a little bit, you watch right here, right? You give your Punisher, he goes from 41 health to 241 health. That is like a massive change, right? So using your shield efficiently is very, very good. I don't like this type of high angle for invis is you're on this slope, right? And so instead of getting this nice cleave where you get both Punisher and Cloak, and then it comes back, now your angle is such that you're just hitting only Punisher, and then it's coming back. You can see actually where it bounces here. And so you're missing out on more healing as well. You want to try to be on the same level plane. This would actually be fantastic if you were playing like Luna. Luna excels up here, but you are making yourself a target, so be careful. And now all the Squirrel Girl had to do to get you to stop healing, she didn't even have to kill you, right? Because now you literally can't heal your team because you're bad positioning. That was essentially the same thing as you being dead for like 4 seconds. And that's enough to kill your mag. So the positioning game, really important. This is so much better. You're getting so much healing and so much damage. All right. So what do we do when the magic is diving us? So Invis is great at her survivability, right? So if she's being dove by a ton of characters, she has a jump, she has her shift, she can go invisible, and she has her self shield, and she has her push and pull, right? So that's a lot of tools to help her survive. What you want to do is different depending on what character that's attacking you. So right now we have magic. What you want to do is you want to first start by having good positioning. So this is fine. And the number one thing you want to do, it doesn't matter what character is attacking you, is never panic. You don't want to panic and press all of your buttons, because if you panic and press all of your buttons, you're not using your cooldowns well, and then you get yourself into a bad position, and you miss all your cooldowns anyway, right? So don't panic. And then for magic, you want to look at the magic, and then after they dash in, you push. You just press E and push them. And now their thing is over. Look at it from Magic's perspective, okay? So Magic has 2 movement abilities. She has a portal, which usually they can use 2 of them, or she has this long dash. And the dash cooldown is 10 seconds, right? 8 seconds, excuse me. So if you push her now, and she's up in the air, she will literally go over to like here. And if you look at the portal distance, how much ground can Magic cover with a single portal? It's this long. It's not much, right? So if you push her, she'll land all the way over to here. And then if she uses a portal, she'll still be here, which is very far away from you, and she can't do anything. So that one cooldown would have been way more valuable than jumping and then just missing it and then landing over here. So don't panic. Make sure you know like what cooldowns you're going to use if you're being dove by specific characters and how it's going to go down. Visualize that stuff in your mind first, and it's going to take some getting used to. But every time there's a diver, you can practice. This is not a terrible shield. I actually don't mind this shield on the tank. The tank is super low, so now it's working in our favor, right? We just gave the Dino 200 extra health. What were they at? 90? 86 plus 200. 200, that's a huge difference. And then now that the situation is different, now they don't need it anymore, so just put it away, right? And then we can use it for if we're being dove, or if we take random damage, like right now. The next thing I want to talk about is keeping yourself at 100, right? 100%. So 275 damage. It makes a huge difference if you're starting at full health versus not. Okay, actually not a bad job here. You prioritize your life. Yeah. Let them come to you if they want healing. And your Dino's actually been doing a good job of saving his charge. Your Dino okay? Oh, that's so unfortunate. So when we talk about momentum, let's see. How do we break this down? So when do we choose if we're going to walk forward or if we're going to walk backwards, essentially, right? That largely comes down to momentum or which team has the advantage in the fight right now, right? So the easiest thing to talk about that is numbers, okay? So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, not him, not him. So we only have 4 people, right? How many do they have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people. They have 6 people actively participating in the fight. We have 4. We're about to get our 5th, and then Magneto's going to take a while. So we're already down on momentum. And then the next thing is ults, right? So they use a Dino ult, and we use a Dino ult. So they even each other out. Not a big deal. The next thing after that is positioning. Okay, so our team is very tightly bundled up together, which is nice for our team in some ways. We have some decent cover, so the only person who can really shoot us right now is kind of the Dino, right? That's not terrible, but this is also a choke point. So if we walk over here, now they have a huge advantage. Taking all this stuff into account, when your Dino ults and gets dragged in, since you have an ult, and there's not much time left, I would actually go with them, even if this is like the bad play to do. Because you keep going around to the side, and it just takes you so long. And by the time we're here, the Dino's already dead, right? So I would have just walked with them. Here, this is something that you really don't want to do. This is the second time now. Because as you get better, you're going to be playing against better and better teammates. And you literally like just served yourself up on a platter for this magic. If she was paying attention at all, we would see, oh, bro, this Invis by herself just used her jump. Like, this is just a free kill. All right. Let's talk about overtime mechanics and how this works, okay? So I love that you're paying attention to the objective. That's actually great. A lot of people at your rank don't do that. So the way it works is in order to trigger overtime, as long as you touch the point when this says, I believe it's 97%. 97, 98. Actually, it should be 98, 99, and 100. No, it is. 97, 98, or 99. As long as you touch the point within those, it will trigger overtime. Okay? So you went a little bit early. And if you look, you actually have a Magneto here somewhere, right? He's right here. He should be the one to touch, not you. Okay? So it would have been better for you to wait with your team for a couple seconds and then jump in like now. Right? If you touch the point now, you still get overtime. Then you can ult, and then it's not forced or wasted. The next thing is, in this game, ults carry over to the next one. So you used your ult to touch point in a fight that's probably lost, right? Your Dino died early. Your team is really split. Your Magneto's still not back from spawn. Your Moon Knight's still not, also died early. So realistically, you're probably not going to win this fight. So it would have been better here to save your ult for the next round. It's tough, but that's how it goes. All right. This map should be a little bit easier for Invis, which is great. Let's see. All right. Here, what you want to do is you want to get out here quickly. So use your jump and your B-hops, hopefully. And then you want to look to the right, and you want to immediately throw your shift right here. Because they're all going to walk through it, and you're going to get a bunch of ult charge.
A little help, please.
Shield purpose gone, go away. I don't mind this at all. Put the shield away. Put the shield away. I know I don't have it. Part of Invis's kit as well is really using the push and pull to your advantage and knowing what characters are immune to being push and pulled, right? So Emma, when she's in Diamond Form or ulting, you can't push or pull her. Punisher, when he's ulting, can't push or pull him. Dino can't be pushed or pulled. Thing can't be pushed or pulled. Hulk, when he's ulting, can't be pushed or pulled. So knowing that is really, really useful on Invis. I like your positioning here. That's not good. Your positioning here is great. You're behind cover. We're with our team. We can cleave and hit both enemies and friendlies, so that's great. But really make sure your sound is on, because we completely missed that a magic is diving our other support. This is also a great time to talk about your healing priorities. So I apologize if you have heard this before, but a lot of people haven't. So let me bring up my notepad real quick. Oh. All right, here's my notepad. Make it nice and readable. So, healing priority. How does it work, right? It's basically, who do you heal first? Who do you heal second? And who do you heal third? The other way to think about this is, who do I let die, right? Who is my priority? Number one, your priority should always be your other support. If your other support dies, you lose the fight. So they should be like in your sight, or you should know where they are at all times and be able to help them out if they're getting doped. Okay. Number two is we have a DPS or a crit tank. So the way this one works is, if your tank is not crit, then you heal your DPS. If your tank is crit, it doesn't matter if the DPS is crit or not, you heal the tank. Okay. So the idea here, what did I do? Trying to move stuff. So let's say right here we have a Magneto, and he's at this percentage, and then our Bucky's standing right here, and our Bucky is at a 75%, right? You would heal the Bucky first, and since you're Viz, you would line up and heal both of them. But if you had to only choose one, you would heal the Bucky. Okay. Now let's say the Bucky's at 50% health and the Magneto's at 25%. Now the Magneto is your priority, right? Because if a tank dies, you're more likely to lose the fight than if your DPS dies. And then if your support is over here and they're at crit and these people are at crit, you heal the support first, because the other support can heal them, right? And then last but not least, just a tank, right? So in this situation, we have a tank, and like, yes, they could use healing, but you don't want to heal this tank unless these others are like full health, right? So the reason for that is, yes, tanks are very valuable if they die, but they also have the most health and they have the most cooldowns to keep themselves alive, right? So sure, the Magneto's not at full health, but he still has a bubble. He still has a shield. He even has his ult if he wants to live, right? So that's your healing priority. Really pay attention to this. This alone can like get you up the ranks a ton. All right. So our cloak dies to magic. That's really unfortunate. Put the shield away when you don't need it. That's a decent push. The only problem with the push is they were already done with their dive. But again, this is why it's nice to keep your other support alive, right? Because if your other support was alive, you can bounce off each other. Good luck, Jake. Crit tank sounds like a crazy MMO tank build. Yeah, it does.
Thought you wouldn't see me again. Control lost.
This is great. You're cleaving everybody. You're a little reliant on the shield. Nice. Okay, don't panic. I'm glad that you're listening. That's great. So yeah, this is a great example of just knowing your abilities, right? So you turn you use your jump and your push. I actually think the jump here is great. It gets you some distance from being kidnapped. But we also use the push. So now if the magic shows up in half a second, we're not going to have our push. Which is really important. And there it is. You get punished for it. Now we know, right?
I don't give up so easily.
All right, so let's look at our healing priority right here. We turn the corner and we have a crit tank. So that should be our number 1, right? Now we have a crit support. That changes to our number 1. Ideally here, you would throw up your shield and then go back to healing the tank, especially because they already used this. Hopefully we ult here. I love it. Very nice. So, yeah, okay. This is fine. Uh-oh, we're shooting the ground a lot. Ooh, okay. So here your positioning just kind of goes out the window. And I know it's really tough. You use your ult and you want to jump in and like make good use of it. However, what you want to do when you're playing support is you have, you know, however long of you're not going to die, right? And so your positioning can kind of go out. But there's a countdown here. So for Invis, it's 8 seconds. For Luna, it's 10. For Cloak and Dagger, I think it's 11 now. Used to be 13. For, you know, Mantis, it's 10, things like that. Whenever your support ult hits 3 seconds, you need to reposition back to what we talked about at the very beginning, right? Where you have cover, you're not going to die to spam, and you can still heal your team, right? So once this hits 3 seconds, I would actually prefer you to jump back to like, maybe even here, up to here would be great, right? So you're out of the way, you could still cleave, and you have some cover, you have a health pack if you need to. And like, that's the timing of when you want to do it. Since we don't do that, we don't plan very well, we actually just like randomly jump. And then that gets us down to here, where we can't heal our team, even though technically we're safe, but we're not useful. So now we have to like jump up, and now we're not safe, and we can't heal our team. And then now we have to run away where we're not safe, and we can't heal our team. Right?
Thought you wouldn't see me
Rocket
again.
stonks are indeed up. I think that character's ban worthy. At least in low elo. I don't know about high elo, but low elo for sure. Ban the rat. Holy, your cloak is one. Okay, shield's done. Put it away. This is, again, not a great spot for Invis. Invis needs to be a little bit closer because you want that cleave to be able to hit friendlies and enemies if possible. She wants to be by cover, which is great up here. But also, this angle, well, once again, we talked about you're not cleaving, right? You want to be on the same plane if possible. Over here, bounce right through, have a little bit of cover, because right here, if they want to shoot you, they have to jump down. This is great. And then you can back up and use your jump up to here if you need to. This wouldn't be bad positioning if you were playing like Ultron or Luna.
A little help, please. I've got you covered.
Don't panic. Put your shield away. Put your shield away. Now bring your shield up for yourself. Wow. Okay. Very lucky there.
All you need to do is capture the mission area.
My hero bands are
Got it?
kept from different ranks. I would argue it's because people can't use them anyway. Good lord. VOD reviewer sounds. I would assume it's because people can't efficiently ban anyway, and low-ranked people just wouldn't have access to some of the characters they want to play, which would just drive people away, I think. It's just not worth having bans. Okay. What we talked about? Ah, this is not good. So your self-preservation kicked in. You were like, I'm just going to get away and be invisible. But the goal of this person right now is not to get a kill. That's a way to achieve their goal. Their real goal is to get the supports to stop healing, right? If they stop healing, these people fall over and they get the point. Now, one way to accomplish that is to kill, right? This cloak isn't going to be healing for probably like closer to 15 to 17 seconds because time to respawn, time to walk to point, right? So that's a great way to do it. The other way to do it is to get them so far away to where they can't heal their team. Like if you run in here, you're not going to be killing for the whole time. If you run over here and she's just kind of chasing you and you run down here, she's still chasing you and you run over here, you haven't been healing for that whole time anyway. So be careful of this. You don't want to just completely give up your job for what it is. The better option here would be to understand like what's going on. Okay, we're chilling. We see the magic. We know she's ulting and we know what's about to happen. She's going to dash in, right? And there's the dash. If you would have stand right here, just watch her dash and then push her after her dash, her ult is essentially nullified. And then she's going to portal to get close. Then you can jump over to here. And now you have teammates. And now you're helping. Right? I'd be down to completely rework res. I'd totally be down for that. I don't know if I already said that, but indeed. So this is decent from where you were, but I want to point out the cleave aspect. Here you were healing Punisher and the Dino, right? Here, or sorry, Bucky. Here you can heal the Bucky and the Dino, and you can do damage to the magic, right? So you want to cleave. And then we realized that, and now we're going back to correct our mistake, but put your shield away. Put your shield away. You're going to need that for later. There you go. Oh, you didn't put it away. It got broken. No bueno. Oh, nice. Okay, fair enough. Put up your self shield. Woo! I like this. This is fine. That is a terrible Bucky ult. Okay. The secret to killing Squirrel Girl ults is you shoot slightly in front of the big squirrel, right? So if I'm aiming here, I'm gonna miss it. If I shoot here, it'll probably hit it. Oh boy. Oh boy. Kill your cloak, good. Yo, good stuff, Jake. Hey. That's really unfortunate. We're probably gonna have to ult here to bail our team out. Nice. You're playing well now. I don't like that ult. I don't like that ult. Right here, I'm not sure why we ulted. With support ults, let me say, with classic support ults, so I'm talking Invis, Mantis, Luna, Cloak and Dagger, you want to ult in reaction to something, right? So a lot of the times with Invis, it's like they have a Punisher ulting. I need to ult. They have a Star-Lord ulting. My team's about to die. They have a Bucky ult going off, an Emma ult, right? Something like that. So that is, you're reacting to a threat. Here, there's not really too much of a threat. Like, you have two tanks, and they're a little bit low, but they're not terrible. And like you guys have solid control of the point right now. Your Punisher could use a little healing, but he's standing to the side being a silly goose. So it's not really out of your hands. Your ult's not going to heal him anyway. What's going to happen in high elo or even higher elo? Like say that you get to like plat or diamond. This team is going to realize that was a terrible Invisible Woman ult. And they're just going to stand here and they're going to poke. And they're not going to walk into it. And then once it's over for 8 seconds, they're going to walk right back in. And their Jeff's going to be back. Your Iron Fist is not going to be quite back yet. And they're going to have a huge advantage because now you don't have a support ult. Right? The ulting at the right time is probably the most important thing you can do. I do like that we get aggressive and you immediately kill the Emma. That's great. So we make advantage. Oh, self-shield. Okay, good. I just think you guys win that fight anyway without the support ult.
Glory is almost yours.
The Rodin's beacon is not but scrap now.
Okay. Heal your Punisher. See, this is a threat. It would be great to have an Invisible Woman ult right now. I bet you if you Invisible Woman ult right now, you guys win this fight. I bet. Oh, there's a rocket right next to you. Oh no. You're just panicking. You're so scared of somebody being next to you. If you turn here, he's actually in a tough spot. You could just turn and push him off the map. And then he's going to have to use a dash to get back close to you. Then you can jump again and like jump over here and help your team. But yeah, try not to panic. Panic, no bueno.
Your team's capture progress has passed the halfway point.
Good. This is great. You move to cleave everybody. That's fantastic. The terrible Bucky ult. Nice. Your position's a little bit whack. It's not the worst. You still have cover here. Just be careful here. Okay. Nice. So something that Jake called out earlier in chat was whenever there's a rocket ult, just immediately throw your shift at it. It does a ton of damage to it. You'd be surprised how much you can help. Oh, kill the Emma! Kill the Emma! Jump! Yeah, I mean, you have to ult now. Oh! Oh, that's unfortunate. Who did I say? I think it was Churro. I meant to say Churro. All credit to Churro. You actually play this last scramble fantastic. You're really good at those scrambles. Oh, we have a DC. That's unfortunate. Okay. All right. So you're really good at those scrambles. That was fantastic. But yeah, a ton of tips in there. You know, use your cover, align yourself up to where you're cleaving everybody. You know, you're getting the maximum healing and damage. Don't take those super long off angles. That's not really what Invis does. And then, yeah, there's a bunch of other tips. So anyway, I hope this helps you get out of silver and gold. If you have any questions, as always, ask, join the Discord, whatever you need. Leave a comment here or on Reddit, whichever. So anyway, thank you so much for watching. Take care. God bless. Catch you guys next time. Bye. Nice. All right. What's up, Tacky? How's it going? We did some VOD reviews. Silver Invis review. What should we call that one? I don't know what to call that one. Now craving scrambled egg? Huh? What did I do? Maybe just support basics. Maybe I've used it before, but whatever. It is what it is. All right. Oh, wait. So that's 2 VOD reviews now. What, Tacky, did you want me to look at that thing? Oh, you submitted your VOD? Nice. Just the attacking round? Okay. Oh, that's for Black Cat. Okay. I will take a day. I'm going to take a full day to do the Black Cat review. I need to finish the stuff that I'm working on her to really make sure. It's whatever you want, Tacky. Whatever you want. Did you leave the code somewhere? It's the picture you sent? Good lord, you guys demolished them. Bad luck. Good lord. Okay, sounds good. I guess just call me on Discord. Yeah. And then I'll unmute you on the stream in a second. One second. All right. Hello.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
All right, cool. So the attacking round I only wanted to look at because of the flanking Magneto that I was playing and see if it's like a valid strategy for Cap as well, other than maybe just pathing stuff. You don't actually have to look at the mechanics. We could just look at principle and stuff like that.
Okay.
Perhaps I can finally return to my own.
I have always played jumping characters, and I literally didn't know you could break this part of the wall. Like, I knew you could break it over here, but not over here, underneath this. So I just jump up and... That's hilarious.
So on Cap, do you just go main and then just dash to the left?
No, I go right here, and then I jump up here, and then I jump up here. This is usually where I go on Cap. Now you can take a look. Sometimes you can get a shield throw and then immediately dive in if there's an opportunity, and if not, you can keep making your way back to here. And then sometimes if they're too bunched up, you get a shield throw, and then you can shield slam back to the front and kind of work your way here and kind of be a frontline presence as well.
Okay.
That's my game plan. But I love this angle for Mag. This is way better than running down main. What is that?
Yeah, once I'm-
doing?
Yeah, I don't know how I got up there, but once I saw that, I decided not to just hang around in main against the thing. I decided taking an angle so that he can't punch me, and also not being in direct line of fire, so that way the supports have to look at the thing and me, and not
Yeah.
have to pick one or the other.
Also, this angle is just so much better because this cover just cuts people off. Versus like here, they have free access. The only way you can get to high ground here is like up the stairs, which is not terrible. It's just slow for mag. Or I think there's a jump pad around here.
I know there's a jump pad that I took to get to the roof, I think. And then I just started spamming because no one was going to take me down.
Yeah, I mean this off angle is great. I love this.
Now, of course, Cap is a melee character, not a ranged character, so I can't exactly... I'd have to do something different if I was playing Cap here. I'd probably, against the Punisher, I'd probably just ignore him and just run to the building, and then just get whatever I can against the triple support.
So, kind of. I mean, Cap is kind of a ranged character, but you have to get in there and do range. Weird. So, when I was talking earlier, like, you come up here, and then let's say... I don't know. Let's say this Gambit is actually diveable right now, or even the White Fox. The White Fox is probably your best bet. You would dive through your shield, hit her, try to get 2 quick melee hits as fast as possible. And then if people start peeling or if she TPs away, then you go back to jumping and then you start using your range again. Because he gets those 4 shield throws. If that makes sense.
Yeah, it does. It's just sometimes once I get into the position of diving, it just feels the tickle monster, which not fun, but it just feels. But getting attention away is the important thing.
Yeah, that really is. And then once you get better with Cap, I don't think it's a Cap game, but I might. Let's see. Because I wasn't playing. I was messing around with other stuff.
I mean, you had your games that I saw yesterday, or was it? Yeah, it was yesterday, wasn't it?
Maybe. I was playing on my alt with Cap, but once you get the animation canceled down, you actually can like do some damage and get some kills. So it's also just like you have to be in the right situation for it. So if you watch, I think actually Flats just made a watching the #1 Cap again. And like he does that animation cancel a lot and gets the kill. Like this. So here I'm not using my shield throw at all because, you know, he's right close.
And it's also something you could practice in the practice range, right? The animation cancel and doing all that stuff with the bots.
Yeah, I wouldn't do it on the... I would do it down below. Because you need them to be moving or else it's not going to be realistic at all. Like, versus other characters where you can practice your animation cancels just fine on like a stationary bot. With Cap, this never happens. Ever. So, I would go down here and use the Lunas. Or, you know, whichever character you dive a lot.
I'd say it's probably Cap, the tank thing that I enjoy the most. Angela I tried liking Angela. I'm not a fan of the change, what they did to her, and I'm not a fan of Venom.
I'm not either. Yeah, this is much more realistic to what's going on in game, and like because of that, it changes the animation cancel. So like I have to do this thing that I found for me when I'm fighting somebody who's standing still. Like this comes up when like a strange ults, right? Say the strange ults here. In order to get the animation cancel here on like a small target, you kind of have to do this weird like W key mash. Because you don't want to go like too fast. Because if I go too fast, I'll like miss. Or if I'm just like running, you end up like running past. It like makes it way harder. So I just like tap W key over and over. And then I stay in the same spot, but you can still get more damage.
Maybe I don't know the animation cancel as well, because I don't know that trick. I guess I'll just have to learn how to do it correctly, or learn the optimized way.
I think it's nice. It's basically the same as it was before, but now you don't have the added shield throws, so you have to... I was already choosing which one to use anyway, but it is slightly different.
Okay. Well, at least I got the principle of routing down for Cap, so I can kind of get away with that. Because I already am used to... What's up?
Go ahead.
I'm
You're already used to what?
To kind of taking angles and not just playing main 24/7. I basically, if there's free space, I like to take it.
Yeah, that's definitely... Oh, I think... The other thing I did want to say, let me find your code. The other half of it is the path to get there and then the path to get out, which is really important.
I feel like if I did play Cap and they all jumped me, I probably would have just went around behind them to the hallways of second point. I wouldn't have gone back main, most likely.
You have to stop them from securing the mission area.
Unless for some reason I ended back near my team. Like, let's say I circled them around and I ended up back at the main choke.
Right, so if you're like diving here, there was a white fox over here earlier, right? And if they all turn on you, it's really important to know like ways you can get out and things you want to avoid. You want to avoid going in tight spaces because Cap gets a lot of his survivability from his jump and moving around. So being up here would be better over, and then like routing this way up and around if you're going super deep, or you can jump to this cube and then jump over to here. Sometimes we're jumping back this way can help. You want to get the health pack real quick and then again stay out of enclosed areas. Then you can jump back over here, run up, and just trying to stay like very mobile. So, again, like avoid areas that's going to cut your mobility. And then since you're playing Cap instead of like a DPS or anything, you do have the option to run back down main. So if you dive here and then all 5 of these people, or you know where 5th one is, they turn on you, that leaves main just completely open, and then you can dive back to main, rejoin your team, get healing, and then your team like walks in together. Versus like if these 3 people just peel and there's still a tank on main, then you want to jump more to the side and like be like over here because you don't want to land directly on top of them or else.
Okay, I understand that.
So, yeah, that's basic Cap stuff. Do you have any other questions on it?
No, because I chickened out of playing Cap on the attack, even though I probably could have. But once I get a real Cap video, I'll go through the process of getting it reviewed and stuff like that.
Okay. Do you want me to explain the animation cancel real quick?
Yeah, just explain it, and then I'll have it, and then I'll be able to practice it.
So, what I do is I have my quick melee bound to a different key than your left click, your primary fire. I have that on my mouse because that makes it really easy for me. So the way the animation cancel works is if you're just pressing it as fast as possible, it goes pretty quick. If you do like this while you're sprinting, it goes a little bit faster. And the way you do it is you just hold W and you button mash the your quick melee button. If you want to get even more damage, you can throw in a shield throw in between some of the hits. So if you see you hit twice, and then there's a bit of a, it's like 2 quick hits and then a reset, and then 2 quick hits and then a reset, right? So you can throw in a shield throw after the 2 quick hits. So
is it melee, shield throw, or no, melee, E, shield throw?
no, not the E. Just a regular primary fire shield throw.
Okay, so it's melee, shield throw, kind of like weaving.
Yeah, but it's melee shield throw, melee shield throw. technically, is the fastest way to do it. But you kind of have to take what you can get, because the first punch that you do is slow, and then it's also not very realistic to what happens in the game. In the game, you want to try to get your primary fire shield throws as quick as possible. So you'll like start up here, you'll throw in with the big shield throw, you'll land, and then you get 2 of them, and then once you have it, now you can pick an option, right? If they're not paying attention to you, nobody's like peeling, then you just sit there and wail on them. If they are paying attention, then you go back to your game plan of that. Get 2 hits, jump, still get damage while evading and taking your escape routes, things like that.
Yeah, I saw you doing that yesterday. On that one day, I spectated your games where you were getting the 2 melees and then jumping while shield throwing.
Yeah, that's really good for still getting damage, still drawing attention, and not dying. It's fantastic for that. I actually need a new key.
Yeah, now that they changed the animations cancel for the shield throw, it's much easier to... Well, I think it's just not even possible to mess it up. Like, I tested it when the patch was released.
Yeah, because now it doesn't reset. They basically just removed the animation cancel. So before, what you had to do is once you got the shields, you'd actually have to hold left click until the shield hit the person.
Double KO.
And so depending on how far away they were, you'd have to hold it different lengths of time, which I actually really liked that mechanic. It was really fun to do once you get used to it. But if you just pressed it as quick as possible, you would just not get damaged sometimes, which I think made Cap feel not good to people who didn't understand what was going on. I would have preferred if they had just told people what's going on instead of removing it, because I do think it took out some skill expression from Cap.
Yeah, you say that. I already talked about why I disagree with that yesterday. I don't have to say it to your stream, but that's definitely a difference of opinion. Because I can understand them thinking it looks ridiculous. I know when that was first announced or exposed at the beginning of Rivals, I thought that's the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen. Like, why is this a thing?
That's going to take some getting used to, but that's actually going to help me a ton.
Yeah, playing Cap before that change made my hand cramp, so I just didn't play him. But after the change, it feels a lot more comfortable.
Yeah, it's a lot better. I'd also recommend, I think when you start, your primary fire and your diving strike are on the same thing. So I've had this happen to me a lot when I'm like trying to retreat. I still want to do damage while I'm retreating, but then if it's on your primary fire, you slam back in, which is really annoying. So I just changed that, so now I can have a little more control.
I actually don't even think about that. I'm gonna need to see if I actually have that bound or not, because I have the shield throw on a different button, but the shield strike, the slam, is still on left click. I'm gonna have to test that now.
Yeah, as long as you can do them separately, because I couldn't until literally just now.
Okay, well, I don't have any more questions. If you want to give more tips, that's fine, but thanks for spending the time to look that over and give tips.
Of course. Thanks for sending it in. Have a good one, Tacky.
Mm-hmm. Yep, you have a good one.
Bye. Right. Discord's muted now. Yes, Jake. I literally just did that now, which is not good. Chaotism, does that answer your questions on the new animation cancel and everything? You're just tilted? Oh, no bueno. I think I've actually learned so much from your video, Cov, on solo VOD reviewing. Nice. Yo, congrats. Good stuff. Now I really gotta get used to it. Oh boy. Please no Hazard and Rivals. Hazard, I was on my way out on Overwatch when I did that. Ramacha would work well. Oh man, that's gonna take some getting used to. So I had a game yesterday that I was playing with Boo and Churro where they left their supports for half a second and I was actually able to just delete one of them on cap. Granted, it was like low elo, so the support I was playing against wasn't great, but it was still very fun for me. I was surprised. All right. Is that the Angela game? No, the Angela game, that one I was on Hulk, I think. Yeah. I think it was the game that we lost? Maybe there's the game that I lost with Boo or something. I don't know if we lost the game. I actually can't remember. Yeah, that's exactly what happened. All right, should we just find another Reddit VOD review, or should we do, we have an Am I the Problem we can do, or we can play some. What are you guys in the mood for? I am fine with anything. Reddit VOD? Vid review GM3. Played Thing. Oh, we could do Thing. Thing VOD review would be nice. That one we could do. Can't hit anything. How do I get my aim better? Oh boy. Platinum 3? I feel like this was. I couldn't tank through all the damage on the front lines. Boy. Alright. We'll do this one. Said they don't understand that it was unwinnable. Let's see if it was. What I would have submitted, Firelord already looked at? Oh, okay. Or whichever you want. Yeah. Lego Liquor. Interesting. That's a name. Oh, they play Angela. A Dino? Shoot, they play Dino. I mean, I could probably do Dino at this point, honestly. He's a very simple character. And it's mostly Angela anyway, right? Or the VOD reviewer is not working well. And then they're on Mag? Yeah, I think we'll do that. Alright, ready? Hello everybody, welcome back to another VOD review. This time we have a tank VOD review. We have a little bit of Dino play. We're not going to talk about that too much because they just came out. We have Plat 3. They did Dino, Angela, and Mag. They say, I just feel this was unwinnable. I couldn't tank through all the damage on the front line and was struggling to protect my healers on the back line with the flanking Spidey and Punisher. Would really appreciate if someone could point out where I can improve here. All right, great. So let's
You have to
figure it
stop
out.
them from securing the mission area.
That is definitely one of the hardest parts about tanking is where's your attention. I love that. Awesome. You just give somebody on your team. Okay. I already don't like this. So when you're tanking, you want to try to minimize the damage that you're taking while maximizing the damage that you output, right? So the best way to do that is to hug cover, and then when you're doing damage, you're doing damage, and when you don't want to take any more damage, you just scoot to the side of cover, and that immediately cuts off the line of sight from the enemy team. So instead of doing that, you take the path that gives you the most damage, right? You're scoot way over to the side, so now everybody on the enemy team can see you, and the only way to stop that damage is to use one of your abilities. So you're either going to have to use your bubble or your jump to get back to cover, right? Now you've already forced out your mag bubble, right? So now he doesn't have bubble, which is a 14-second cooldown. I thought it was 15. It might even be 15. In fact, let's just take a look. So you force out your mag to use their bubble, and this bubble is much better spent on your supports. So try not to waste the resources of your supports or your tanks, right? So the next thing I want to talk about is the shield. Dino's shield is very versatile. It has, what, like 500 health, I think? 450 maybe? We'll slow it down just to make sure we're accurate, because the character did just come out. Right here. So it's 450, right? So we have 450 health, and you want to get the most value out of that health as possible. And this goes for any character and any ability. You want to look at the ability and see, how can I get the most value, right? So whenever you use your bubble, you want to use it for a specific purpose. A lot of the times what I use it for is cutting off heals. So there's actually an opportunity for that, like back here. So the penny jumped out, and you could grab the penny, bring her back here, then activate your shield, and that was probably enough to kill her, right? The next thing I want to talk about is the beam. Your right click, it doesn't do a lot of damage. It does basically no damage, honestly. It really doesn't do much. What its purpose is, it's twofold. One is to knock flyers out of the sky, which not really an option here. They don't have a flyers, so not really important. And then the other second thing is to inflict bleed on as many people as possible. That's how I've been using it. So you want to get close. So in a situation like right here, I would actually just take the laser and just go, and then you just like hit Luna a little bit, Rocket a little bit, the Penny a little bit, the Dino a little bit, and the Punisher. And then now you're getting bleed and you're getting your bonus health across 6 different people, right? And then at the same time, you've also inflicted bleed on the Penny, which now allows you to use your shift to grab her and enables the shield. That's all of your abilities working together to get the maximum amount of value. Now let's take a second and look at what you actually did, right? We walked forward. We used all of our bleed, all of our laser on a Dino, and it did about 0 damage. We did inflict bleed to some people. Now we use our shield to just kind of block some damage, and our team walks forward, which is fine. And our team does clean up because the enemy team is bad, but it's not the value that we could have gotten. And then whenever you're close to people, you should be holding your primary fire and your quick melee. Just hold them both down. You never know when there's somebody behind you, and it does so much more damage. In fact, like, we should probably just go into the practice range for a second, just to really illustrate that, like, your right click just doesn't do damage. It does, like, basically nothing. Just do it on, like, a Punisher or something. Punisher. Where's Punisher? If I hold right click, I use all of it, and he's Not even at, he's like, now he's at 2/3, right? So that really just doesn't do much. Versus, if I literally just hold left click, it still inflicts the bleed, and it kills him way faster. You want to use the laser, inflict bleed, then get in close, then use your left click. Also, the left click is decently far. It's not bad. So I have my quick melee bound to my side button on my mouse. So you can hold that with your thumb and then hold left click with your finger. And now you're just doing damage to everybody. You can also kind of swipe while you do it. And make sure you hit like the most amount of people possible. As long as you're in the area, it's not hard. I'm trying to say. All right, so that's how you get value out of Dino. Let's jump through. Let's go back to where we were. You guys get the point, which is great. Now let's see what we do after that, right? Oh, that is not anywhere near where we are. Let's go back. What about here, right? Okay, now we're already seeing how to use the beam more effectively. There's no reason to back up here. I think you realize that and we walk forward, which is cool.
You need to stop that vehicle in its tracks.
Oh, grab, grab, grab! Oh, that's a missed opportunity. So here, the rogue is out of position. One of the good parts, or one of the things that separates good players from bad players is punishing enemies' mistakes, right? Seeing that an enemy made a mistake and then punishing it in the quickest way possible, right? So this rogue is super far out. Now, if you wanted, all you had to do was right-click for half a second and then leap at her with the shift, grab her, maybe even pop the bubble. I don't think you really need it. Turn around and she's just dead. Like, so she gets away, which is unfortunate. I don't like the turning around to try to do that. Just keep her in front of you. I could be wrong about like the maximum damage. And then F, you want to make sure you either primary fire or beam first. Probably beam. Just to make sure their health bar is red and it inflicts the bleed, because it'll do way more damage. Yeah, they use an ult. I think that's fine. Yeah, a little bit of adjustment there, and you could have punished the rogue and then not been in that situation. Please don't walk forward. Please don't walk off the cliff. Please don't. Please. Okay. All right. So, whenever you spawn, I want you to stop for a second behind cover, so preferably about right here. I want you to turn around. We see we have two people over here separated. Our storm is dead, and we have two people in spawn. Group up. Just make sure you do this. This is on you. Don't do this. Now your Luna's already dead, so you're actually down to support. Now you're putting yourself in the same position that the rogue was in, and better players will kill you for this. All right, the Spidey's dead. Okay, you don't get punished. Now we waste our bubble. Don't really get much value out of it.
I am ready to put on a show.
Not a great shift.
Incoming.
Judge, jury, executioner!
All right, ult here. Ult. Ult. Your team needs momentum. Ult. 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 Especially now. Walk in an ult. There you go. Okay. A little bit too late. Right, are we going to Angela yet, or maybe next life? We're just taking unnecessary damage here. It's actually not a terrible thing as Dino in this situation, because you have both supports right behind you, and you're giving them ult charge. This is actually not bad. If the enemy team is just going to give you junk damage, take it all day. Uh-oh. All right. Spidey did kill our team. By Magneto. Unfortunate. Happens. Okay, once again, we're right out in the middle of the open. You're not by either wall. You're just going to take the maximum damage possible. And then we don't get a lot of value out of our bubble. Now our team is dead. We just have to get out. Die or get out as quickly as possible. In this scenario, what you want to do is you want to go out in a blaze of glory. Just pick a support, because if it's a tank, they can ignore you. Pick a support and W key at them as fast as possible, so that way you die quickly, so you respawn with your team. And then you might even get the kill while you're at it. Sometimes it happens. But this is just going to delay your death if you don't. Alright, Angela. Let's see what we got on Angela. First of all, is our team alive? Our cloak is dead. So, not fully. So be careful. I actually don't mind this. Now we have to get out. Getting over there. Don't do this! So there are things in this game as a tank that you don't have to respect, and there are things that you very much have to respect. Punisher, ult, you just have to respect it. Like, don't fly at them. If you're a ranged tank, if you're playing Magneto, that's different. But like Angela, Dino, Hulk, Captain America, Venom, like, respect that ult. It will absolutely delete you. You're not going to accomplish anything good. Terrible Moon Knight ult. So in this situation, your team is super split up. If you're playing a main tank like Dino, I would stand by spawn right here and wait for your team to group up. It's a really effective strategy for corralling your teammates on ranked. You literally stand by the door, and then your cloak will walk right next to you, because supports naturally want to stand by their tanks. DPS might run off, but your supports will be there, and your other tank will be there. Then you guys walk out together. A little different on Angela, but same concept. Hopefully we do that. Oh, we're portaling. Okay. Even better. Stay below.
Only 60 seconds left.
Oh, actually a decent portal.
Take cover. The Punisher cannon is fully operational.
I don't like... Oh, get the kill. Nope. Okay. So this is not really what Angela excels at. Angela is not a brawl character. You want to be in axe form for a small amount of time as possible. And what you want to do is you want to find an opportunity for you to get value by displacing somebody, right? So you can't displace Dino. It's the same passive as Thing, right? You can't displace them. Punisher's in his turret, even though it's invisible. So you can't displace him, and you can't really do anything against him. But these two you can very easily displace. Especially Luna, right? And you don't even have to displace them. If you're just flying over here and they're looking at you and they're using resources on you, they're not healing your team, right? So that's part of like Angela's kit is you find a spot where you abuse the third-person camera. You find a target that you can waste their time or get a kill, and then you swoop in on them and then start doing stuff. You don't really fight on the front line. Like, you should play Thing if you're going to do this, or, you know, a brawl tank. I disagree. You can do something about Punisher, which is flying above him. Either he gets distracted or you kill him, his turret, because he cannot look up. Okay, fair enough. I would listen to Jake. Jake is an excellent Angela player. Okay, here. Oh, that's unfortunate. So something that you want to do is you want to start your shift a lot closer to people. Now, before I would say you want to start as close as possible, but you want to be decently close. If you start too close, a lot of the times they will slide off, which is not great. So what that does is starting close to people, you only have so much of the meter, right? So by the time you get him, you're already halfway done on your meter. And so the distance that you push him is only this far when it could have been all the way down to here, right? Now, the other thing is, where are you pushing somebody? When you're playing Angela, you have to have an idea in mind. The highest value immediately is a pit, right? So if you hit him here and then pushed him this way, now he's just dead. The second highest is cutting somebody off from their team, right? So if you take the Luna who is standing here out in the open and you push her into this corner, now she doesn't have help from her team, and you can either assassinate her, get the kill, or you can fight her off for a while. She freezes you, but now she's not healing her team, right? So picking the right target and then knowing what you're going to do with them is extremely important on Angela. So we do isolate the Punisher, but there was just a better option of just like, he's just dead. Immediate value. I prefer throwing people off the map. I do as well. It's a great strat. This is just wasted junk damage. Remember when I said earlier when you were on Dino, all you're doing here, Angela does not do much damage, and Dino has so much survivability that like, You're just putting yourself in danger, and you're giving the enemy team supports more support ult charge. So the better thing to do here is to regroup, get your charge, get a health pack, and then attack from an angle. That's what I would do here.
The final 10 seconds. You'll have to keep fighting until you have a winner.
Oh, I would have gone in. Okay, that's fine. All right, I like this approach much better, right? You're coming from an angle, so you're starting your dash when you already have full health, have your full shift, and you're starting closer. This is what I was talking about, where you don't want to start too close. The second thing is, I like where you're trying to push this Luna. She's going to be down here on low ground, separated from her team. So this is much better. And then we go back to attacking Dino. I don't mind this ult. Nice. Excellent. Actually great. Get out of Axe form. A lot of Angela's utility and her survivability and her ability to do things is when she's flying around. So when she's in her Axe form, it's for a very specific purpose. Here you ulted, you went into Axe form to do extra damage and clean up kills. Nobody else is here now. You can attack the Dino. Okay, now Dino's dead. Now get out of Axe form, right? You're just going to get more value. If you're out of Axe form, you can chase down this Spider-Man a lot better. This is a terrible portal, so you can actually just kidnap people and just bring them away because they have to jump out of the portal. Go. I don't even mind you chasing around the Spidey. I think that's fine. Oh, kidnap. Oh, nice try. The only reason I stay in X mode is give out overhealth. Yeah, that's a fine reason. Yo, good use of shield here. I like that. A real tank player. Yeah, you're just brawling with tanks, though. Oh, this is not good. You can get so much more value if you do exactly what you did on, like, just about any other tank over Angela. This is just not where she excels. So, it was great that you blocked you blocked for your Strange, and then here, if you would have kidnapped the Strange and push him down here, that would have been fine. But just going in Axe mode You don't do much damage. You don't get much bonus health, and it's just not. Okay, go in. Gotta stop brawling on the front line. Your team is dead. I just get out here, all the way out. You can go out this way, up and around, or you can stand still. Sometimes that'll work. Don't do this. Don't do this. You're gonna stagger yourself. You're gonna get punished. Woo-wee, you're lucky, and you might still die for it. No, please. So if you're playing against better players, which, you know, you're going to rank up at some point, you're going to play against better players, you'll die for this. You'll die, you'll be staggered, and you will lose your team their last attempt at a team fight. Don't do that. Go. This is fine. So if we're talking about, let's talk about ult tracking for a second. The way ult tracking works is you just hold tab and you look at what the enemy team, what characters they have, right? So the enemy team, they have Spidey, they have Strange, they have Dino, they have Punisher, they have Rocket, they have Luna. We know last fight they used Dino and Punisher and Rocket, right? And then if you're sitting there and you're like, well, when was the last time Strange ulted? It was a while ago, so he probably has it. Same thing with Spidey and same thing with Luna. Now, if we're thinking that every time we have downtime, instead of like flying around and almost dying, then we're going to think, oh, I can actually cancel both of these ults by being in the right spot and shifting them at the right opportunity. At the very least, I can shield off myself and maybe a teammate, right? So if we're thinking that and we see Strange is out here, Spidey's dead, so that's no longer a threat. And then even worse, Strange actually telegraphs his ult. He jumps up. So this should be, if you are thinking in that way already, that should have just primed you and like, here comes his ult. Here comes his ult. And then again, we are not using Angela's tools to her fullest ability, right? Like, this is a perfect opportunity to just kidnap Strange and bring him back here. But instead, we try to body block and use Axe Form, which is just not the value that we're going to get. And we get punished for it immediately.
I am ready to put on a show.
Yeah, got to get out. Stay out of Axe Form.
You'll have to keep fighting until we have a winner.
Wrong thing. I actually really love things. Okay. Spidey killed everything. That'll happen. Nice. Stay to the side. Good. I love this. I don't like this. Yeah. So, here, this is good. You realized you were in front of the payload and you weren't going to get any healing. So you went back to the back of the payload. And then you immediately, you get full health, and then you use your F on a Dino who's not going to get a kill, right? You have it bound to F. Who's not going to die. Instead of the E on your Moon Knight, who could have died. And then instead of using your dash to get out and survive, you use it to get extra damage and keep Dino here, but he just walks out of it, right? So this is really bad practice on Thing. Your abilities are your lifeline. Without them, you are a sitting duck, just a walking target. So you want to be careful with your abilities. Don't do them out in dumb places, because now Dino immediately punishes you for it. No bueno. I feel like you're only alive because you're fighting dumb people is a very difficult concept to come to grips with until you feel it. Yeah, that's really unfortunate.
This is real fire.
Nice. Okay, they have a very dangerous ult here. So you got to pick one or the other. Since you have a second tank in Strange, I would try to communicate to him that, hey, you frontline, I'm going to sit in the back, especially because your backline's been having trouble with Spidey. So you instead just stay here and like fight on this side. And then lo and behold, here's a Punisher coming in, right? And then the Spidey's going to be here any second. Nice. Okay. But again, like, this is just an opportunity that you gave the Spider-Man. Because you weren't here, Spider-Man gets your support to 1. Thing is not fast enough to correctly peel from the front line. He has to already be in the back. I might even solo ult that. Now they have a portal. That is a terrible. Ah! That's a terrible portal, but it works out. Whenever you're fighting against a Strange, always keep your shift and just be ready to counter it. And then again, this goes back to ult tracking. If we're correctly ult tracking, we know it's been a while since Strange ulted, so he probably has it. So I'm going to use my shift, and then you see this, and then it's just an instant reaction. Hold down shift. Now you're CC immune, and then you also pop the Strange up. You can even, you know, ult him or ult somebody else. Then body block of support. Yeah, that works too. Would you still do the same type of lateral portal if you're planning a jump scare ult? Yes, but I wouldn't do a jump scare ult right here because your whole team is dead and you're trying to touch point. Which is more important, so. Alright, Magneto! Going through the full tank roster. I don't like this. You're giving up space. Oh, this is not good. There's so much wasted time. You need to be standing here, paying attention, getting ready to actually do damage and deny people from walking here. And then if you were standing here, you'd also see that these people have gone this way, and you can communicate to your team, they're going this way. Okay, bully the Punisher.
I feel like myself again.
Good. Love the target priority. Nice. Not a great shield, but okay. Just ignore the dino. He's not going to do anything by himself. Go kill the support.
Hey, idiots! Don't mind me. You are under my protection.
Great bubble. If he dies? Okay. He'll live. Once again, ignore the dino, right? We see there's a bubble and we see the cloak is shooting from over here. Just walk down here and start doing damage to the cloak. Magneto's just going to tickle the dino. There we go. I don't like that use of curtain. I don't see what this really accomplished. You're not in danger of taking damage, and even if you were, it'd actually be better to take damage because your supports need their ult charge. So just take the damage and then use the curtain for when you can't take damage.
You need not fear.
This shield should do nicely.
I feel like myself again. Perhaps something with a big red insignificant
Oh, we feel so lost. Oh, we feel so lost. Okay. So let's go back a little bit. And let's see if there's... Let's just try to theory craft. Is there anything we could have done? First of all, we're already giving up a ton of space. I would much prefer if you're way down here on the line, right? You can even go here. And then if they turn the corner full force, you have a self bubble to back up with. And then you have a curtain to cross over to here with, right? So you can back up without taking any damage for the most part. So I prefer if you were a little closer, denying this space. Now this Punisher honestly, like, it's not really your problem. You have a Luna, you have a Moon Knight, you have a Penny, and you have a Scarlet Witch who can all do damage to him. You need to hold over here and stop that from pushing in. Your Scarlet Witch does die. You're not playing that character, so you can't really do anything differently. Here, we waste a bubble that we don't really need. Like, there's no reason. We're at full health, right? So, no reason to bubble here. I don't mind that you try to take out the Punisher. Now we're down 2 DPS, so you're also playing a super slow tank. So I would back out and wait, give 2 ticks, and be ready for the recontest. Because you're not going to win this fight 4v6, right? Unless the Luna just gives it to you. But yeah, back out, back out. Give 2 ticks. Yeah. Give 2 ticks, wait for portal is the only right option there.
Rebirth is a mutant's greatest gift.
Okay, what's the plan?
Rebirth is a mutant's greatest gift. Judge, jury, executioner!
Okay, so as Magneto, one of your most important things is picking who on your team is going to live. This is something Flat says, where it's like, okay, I need to decide who on my team lives and who dies. Right now, you hear this, you hear Punisher ult, and you see a Luna right next to you, right in front of you, has no idea what's going on, bubble him. You gotta bubble him, you gotta body block. We're slow on the bubble, and now we don't have the option to do it anymore. And it's too late. They get the kill, but our support's dead, so we have to back out, right? So, remember on first point when I said that you need to be like up close doing damage, right? You were back here kind of like messing around, looking back the other way. If you were standing here that whole time, you would have gotten more damage and you would already be at 100% ult charge. Like, those little things, they add up. And so you didn't have your ult for Punisher ult, and you still don't have your ult for Cloak ult. Just by having poor positioning and not getting enough damage. Self bubble? Whenever you're fighting a melee character like Thing, Hulk, Captain America, stuff like that, bubble first. Hurting later. Res, Rocket's OP. Not gonna matter. Pick. Oh, kill a support. Oh, okay. Kill the other support, please. God, I hope your target priority is good. Kill the Luna. Yes. Oh, kill her. Waste all. No, kill her. Bro, it's 1v1. Kill a Luna. No, it's too late. Oh, that's just playmaking. Oh no. Your only option here is to realize that your team is just like screwed over, right? So if we're paying attention when we get res, if we've been paying attention to the kill feed, we see my Luna's dead, I get rezzed, and then my Strange dies, right? So we have 4 people, and we're paying attention, their tank pool died. So this is a 5v4 right now. And then you make the difference, and now it's a 4v4. Now you have a huge opportunity, but you can't do anything to Dino. And so you look at the Luna, and like, oh man, if you get this kill, you just turned a losing fight into a winning fight for your team. But instead, we just try to like stall the payload. So maybe we're not confident in our Magneto primary, but like you gotta take this 1v1 and get the kill here.
Mess with the amazing Spider-Man.
It's like even with these 2 dying, your Luna's back, the Punisher's at half health. Let's say you kill the Luna. Now you're fighting here, and then these 2 are fighting here. They quickly clean up this Punisher. You use your bubble and stuff to survive long enough against the Dino back up to here. Now this is a completely one fight. Unfortunate.
It's the grand finale.
Little ult defensively. Oh, strange ult. Okay, now you have a decision here. You ult. Try to kill the Luna. Now it's like too late. Now there's no point. You got to touch. Stay on point. Oh. So earlier when you had the opportunity to get a kill, you went for point. Now you only have the opportunity to go for point, and now we back up. So unfortunate. All right. Well, we all died together. We have one. We need a momentum winning fight right here. It's got to happen. Oh, no, your team's disintegrating. Uh-oh. Don't bubble. He has his own shield. He has 600 health shield. Now you're not going to have a bubble for 15 seconds. Okay. Now they're going to have Punisher ult and Cloak ult, right? Because they haven't ulted in a while. Oh, their Cloak is terrible that she doesn't have an ult yet. Yikes. Okay. You still have your shield. Curtain. 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 There we go. Self bubble. Okay, we're good. You're still living. Your Cloak has no fade. Get the kill. Oh, nice try. You're doing it. This is much better, though. You're ignoring the Dino, which is good. And you're killing the backline. Now, could you realistically have saved your invis there? No. Like, you got kidnapped, and it is what it is. Bubble? Bubble? Okay, good. Bro, if this Dino is just going to waste all his resources on you, I think that's honestly fine. And there it is. So, a lot of micro tips there. A lot of macro things. I hope it helps. If you have any questions, make sure to leave a comment on either the YouTube video or the Reddit post or anything. Make sure to join the Discord. We have Dino players, Mag players, Thing players, Angela players. We're all very good and love to help out. So anyway, thank you so much for watching. Take care. God bless. Catch you in the next one. Bye. That's rough. I know, rough. All right. Okay, this was Plat. What's up, Chaos? Plat. All over the place. We've done 3 VOD reviews so far. Chaotic. Oh, White Fox. All right, sure. So I started that VOD review, and then I remembered the other half of why I don't do like new character reviews at the very beginning of the season, because I was like, well, I've actually played a bunch of this character and I understand them. They're pretty simple. I can coach this, which is only half of the equation. The other half is the character's not old enough for the people who are playing him to actually understand. So instead of me coaching how to play, I coach them what their abilities do. I forgot about that. I'm sorry. My bad. This character has been out for a really long time. So I think I got the rogue emote. I want the rogue skin. Please give me rogue skin, Twitch.
You have to start
I hate this new change.
securing the mission area.
You know it's cooked when a 2-month-old character has been out for a long time. Fair enough. All right, red team. Oh, I just literally didn't see it. Hello everybody, welcome back. We have another White Fox VOD review. This is GM3. They said, I'm starting to pick up White Fox, and my melee forms in particular aren't really good. Also, near the end, I had one really bad TP that probably caused my team to lose the game. I'm sure I made a lot of other mistakes too. Alright, so with White Fox melee form, it's kind of like a mini ult, but you have to use it in the right way to where you're still going to be getting healing and close to people, but not too close to where you're going to die and not too far to where you're not getting healing. So with that said, let's figure it out. Is it lagging or what's going on? Why does it look so weird? I'm not sure why this looks so weird. I'm not quite certain the TP was necessary there, but I guess you don't get punished for it, so. Charm, good. This is a really bad habit. Don't TP like this. You're just gonna get punished for it over and over and over. Okay. Yeah, part of using TP is using the shield that comes with it. And like, you keep TPing against characters that don't, you know, he punches through shields. Like, maybe if you're using that for the bonus healing, but I don't think you really need that. Okay. Iron Fist dead again. Now they have no rocket beacon. I'd be going in. Okay. Get the kill. We're down a tank, but they're down more, so we should be fine. Positioning out the window. Just completely out the window. You're playing like a tank or a DPS. Like, you put yourself in a position where you could get squished between a Magneto and like Iron Fist who's coming back, or Rocket or somebody like that. It's much better if you position over here, because you could bounce between these two covers and get a lot of angle. You can stand over here. This is fine. Over here, no bueno. We typing? That sucks. See, this would be a good opportunity for TP to actually use the shield, right? We have a Punisher ult going off, and now you see this, like, it's pretty clear where he's going. You could just TP there immediately, pop the 200 health shield, and then he lives. So I think you could actually save your team there. You guys probably get the point. Yeah, melee form. I'm fine with this. Nice. Okay, let's go over something real quick, and we're gonna jump over to the practice range. Let me make sure my information is correct. I believe it is. But let's double check. You never know, right? I could be working with false assumptions, but I want to see this. I want to look at White Fox melee forms dash. Okay?
I don't raise my voice. My actions speak for me. The fox awakens! Target locked!
I'm bad.
Our prey is in the open. The fox awakens!
I'm pretty sure that doesn't actually cause healing waves.
The fox awakens!
So let's look. Like, because when I do that, you get a healing wave. That doesn't do a healing wave.
Form change active.
Right? It does a little bit of damage.
Double KO.
So the purpose of the dash when you're in melee form
Awakens.
is first and foremost a dash, right? Movement. You can get out of an ult or something like that. The second thing is to activate the second dash, which displaces people, right? So if we go look at what we did we have that in mind, or are we just in melee form so we use dash? Like, that's very important to understand. Are we doing this because we have a plan, we know what the ability does, and we know why we're using it, or are we using it because we have it? Yeah. Because we're already close to him. We're not trying to, like, push him away. So, I would argue here, you could just stay in melee form. Like, you don't even need to dash. You would have gotten more healing, more damage, and been more effective if you didn't use the dash. If anything, the dash got in your way. I don't mind this ult. Just, I think you guys win the point without it, but that's okay. Kill the rocket, whatever. Nice charm. I don't mind that at all. That's much better. Much better. No need to dash here. Don't get cut off. I don't know what's going on. Is your connection just like giving out or something? Like, the ping looks terrible. Yeah, I like this. Now you use the dash to stay in close, and then you use the other dash to get out. Great. Love it. We're a little slow on the uptake though, just to start with. I think one of the things that separates the top of the leaderboard is just how fast they recognize what's going on. So the second we hear Strange is ulting, I'm going to dash in. I'm going to TP in, so that way he doesn't get, like, frozen or anything, right? Puts the little shield up, and I'm going to start with my melee form and, like, really make a play. My collection just sucks. I got problems with constant packet losses, so maybe that's what that is. It just looks goofy. I mean, are you using, like, an Ethernet cable or Wi-Fi or something? Looks like a Wi-Fi connection that's, like, dropping out. No Ethernet? Oh, you gotta get on a cable. And then if it's too long to get from where your modem is to PC, use a power line adapter. They just had a huge advantage there. The only option was to dive in with the Strange and, like, go crazy. Also, what's up, Tooth? How you doing? Good lord, it's so jumpy. Here's something.
This is
Yeah. I would guess that you're not used to playing support, and you're not used to, like, what things are a threat, right? You're not tracking Strangel and being like, oh, I am the target for this. So I think whenever you hear Strangel, you should just TP no matter what. Because even if you TP into it, then it localizes it, right? Say you TP to this Mantis. Now, the Strange is probably in the circle, so it still hits both of you. But that protects the cloak, right? Then the cloak probably has a window? She even has her ult. No, wait, that's the enemy team cloak. Hang on. She does have her ult. So she could probably ult and keep you guys alive.
This is real.
That needs to be a reaction. I wish I could fix the packet loss in Rivals. It doesn't happen anywhere else. Interesting. Oh, it's ping. Because it doesn't say it's packet loss. I don't know. That's probably beyond me. I know just enough tech to get by. And to know that I don't really know much. Yo, what's up, Boo? I can't believe you're the first one here. Amazing. Okay, nice. Bad TP. Terrible TP. Oh, my Lanta. Oh, you were doing so good, but you got greedy. This is fine. Just stay here. Stay here. Oh, that's so bad. Stream's been good.
Fox on the run.
Enjoying it. How's life without school? Because you finished up, right? Bro, 250 ping, 500, 600 ping.
Down to 30 seconds.
Semester. Yeah, that's what I meant. Until June? Nice. Honestly, I don't even know what to say. You hit 600 ping. I don't think you could do anything. Hopefully we're portaling. Charm? Charm? No? Okay. Oh. Yeah, he got to. Jeez. TP, TP. Oh, they're too far. My goodness. The one thing I'll say is make sure, if possible, I don't think it was possible during your ult this time, but make sure you're button mashing that right click and getting use out of it. It gives extra bonus healing, a ton of extra effects.
By the eye of Agamotto.
Don't think about it like that. Boo, think about it like I want to play comp and have some fun.
I'm back, and I'll be
Comp more fun.
Fox awakens.
Honestly, Chaotism, I would look into why your ping is so inconsistent and bad. Like, get a long Ethernet cable or get a power line adapter.
The current score is
And like, that's probably why your rank is so inconsistent as well. Because sometimes it's working and sometimes it's not. That's just tough, you know?
damage sustained. Need assistance.
Taking a little bit of unnecessary damage, but you have a Jeff behind you, so it's not the worst. Wait. No, you have a cloak behind you. Good lord. So, when you're playing support, always keep in mind where your other support is and be able to heal them instantly. One of the best things you can do is stand right next to them and you can like kind of bounce in and out. So like if they start taking damage, you just turn instantly. The other thing is if they're not in your line of sight and you hear, you know, Iron Fist's voice line, you can hear Cloak say "so cold," which she says when she's low. You can hear Iron Fist. Those are all things to like turn around for. It'd have to go through my entire house, unfortunately. Then look into a power line adapter. Power line adapter. You plug it into the wall, and then it's like a little box, right? And you plug it into the wall. It's got an Ethernet port, and then you run a short Ethernet cable right into your router, and then you plug another one in right next to your computer, and then have a different Ethernet cable that goes out from the wall next to your computer into your computer. They're actually great. I used it for like 4 or 5 years while I was living at my parents' house and a friend's house. So good. I can't really hear voice lines other than ults. Fair enough. That's tough. Nice. Way to get out. Charm. Is that your only option? Okay, back out. No! Okay. Bro, the ping is so bad. I'd ult. Just go for it. Yeah, go for it. But mash right click while you're at it. Okay. Bro, your ping is so unplayable. It's so unplayable. Oh. I can't hear footsteps either. I don't know if my hearing just sucks or if it's my headset or something. You can also mess with the settings to try to like boost that. So there's these. You can change like healing sound effects, all this stuff. I'd mess with this for a while and make sure you can actually hear everything. It is really useful to be able to like differentiate things. You could also look at the different headsets or whatever.
I've survived so much worse.
Track it all down, see what works for you. But like the number one thing so far is just look into a power line adapter. If you need me to spell it or something, let me know. I'm sure they're cheap on Amazon. Unfortunate. I think you go into melee form there just fine.
Damage sustained. Need assistance.
Help get that vehicle to its destination.
Us against the world.
Back up, back up, back up, back up. Heal your Star-Lord. Heal your Star-Lord. Melee form. Okay. There you go. Too far. Too far. Okay. Ay. Where are you? What's happening? Ah! So, golden rule of Kiriko is like, don't TP if it's gonna get you killed. I'm guessing this is the TP you were talking about, because that's terrible. Like, if your Moon Knight is gonna go do something stupid, fight 5v6 instead of 4v6. Yeah. Oh, and you were at 97. Oh, that's a game-losing mistake for sure. Now they can Jeff ult for free. All right, you guys still have another fight, and you have a support ult. Oh, no, you're lagging out. Oh. Nobody touched. Oh, that's crazy. Okay. So your melee form is, for the most part, fine. Just keep in mind what we went over, where, like, there's no reason to dash if you don't need to dash. Also, I want to check something else on that. Whenever you're in your ult, button mash your right click. You never know if it'll accidentally just randomly hit somebody, but it's totally worth
senses
doing.
are sharp, and my claws are ready. Our prey is in the open.
So yeah, button mash that right click, like there goes one, there goes another one. Like, I'm not really aiming close to them, but like, it's worth it to have it out. Next thing I want to see, you can actually dash over people in order to get close to somebody, but not activate the flip. Because the flip is, it's gonna lower your damage output. So you can dash, like, close, if that makes sense. Oh. If you're trying to reposition, that is. But, yeah. Watch your TPs. I think you played fine, and then literally, like, power line adapter. Go get a power line adapter. So, anyway, thank you guys so much for watching this White Fox review. Take care. God bless. Catch you in the next one. Bye. My brain short-circuited for a second there. All right, let's go do an Am I the Problem now. Recently came back to Rivals after a lengthy 1.5-ish season break. Nice. Holy moly, playing Angela against Dylan was not fun. Yeah. Yeah. GM White. View. There we are. Yep, and am I the problem already? We are, let's open her up. Jake, you sent me a clip? That's, okay, that's a rocket ult. That's a terrible Invisible Woman ult. Yikes. We don't want to autopilot. Oh, my Lanta, that's terrible. That's really funny. All right, let's go down. Am I the problem? Hate my placements. Hang in there. They didn't say what rank. That's alright, I can figure that out. Maybe start learning Venom while playing with Mord, just so I can feel like I can contribute. Nice, Venom's fun. That's a character I need to learn. Alright. Oh no. We don't, they didn't put their name. I don't know who we're looking at. I mean, there's 2 white foxes. Uh-oh. There we go. Okay. Well, that's unfortunate. We can't do this one yet. So, there we are. I guess we're not doing Am I the Problem? Yeah, me and Valk had a thrower. Alright, I guess we're doing another VOD review then. Another Reddit VOD review. Let's see. Right. Okay, they didn't really say anything, so. All right. Yay. Thing. What rank? GM3? Okay. Hello, everybody. We have another Thing VOD review today. This is GM3. They didn't really put much in their post, so we'll just figure out what we can do. Thing, I think, is in a decent spot right now until you hit, like, super high ranks. Unfortunately, this is also probably his worst map in the whole game. But I'm having a lot of fun with him. Force point early. I like that. I don't like this. So we've already used... These are actually pretty long cooldowns. Your L1 and R1, your jumps. So try to be a little more careful with them. Use them when they're really necessary. We've already used 3 and they didn't really accomplish much of anything. Our team comp. We have a group. That's not good. So we used both of our dashes, right? And then we use our shift, and we didn't really accomplish anything with any of those cooldowns. And now, without any cooldowns, now we put ourselves in between the entire enemy team and our team and a wall, right? So if you want to hit, you know, higher ranks, the higher ranked people will just literally burn you for this. Like, Rogue will grab you. Rogue will grab you. Blade will just... All 4 of these people will turn and just kill you. So, pay attention to your cooldowns. Make sure you're not, like, leaving yourself super vulnerable. Comes back up at the last second. Oh, okay. Nice. Kill the Iron Man. Good. Kill the Blade. Okay. Not bad. Not bad. I don't mind that. That's fine. So far, so good. Off to a good start. How long is this? 20 minutes? Cool. I don't mind this. Yeah, that's fine. Dash. The better thing to do is use your I want to say shift because that's what it is, but you use your dash. Then you're CC immune, and then you can soak up some of the damage here. Okay. Why? Oh, he dead. Let him go. Yeah. Let him go. Yo! Yeah. This is why we don't do that. Because even though you got 2 kills, you're giving the enemy team a huge opportunity here. And you have no cooldowns. You're going to have to ult this. But now they have a support ult, so you can't. Now we got to get out. Yeah. Little early. Oh, actually, you timed that perfectly. Wow. Good stuff. That's unfortunate. So far, I don't think you're doing a good job of spacing out and rotating your cooldowns. You gotta make sure you're going in with your L1, R1, and then you're coming out with the dash. And also pay attention to what ults the enemy team has. Because they actually have 3 ults that would be really nice to have your shift for. Maybe even 4 if you include Blade. But Emma, Strange, and Jeff. We got to be thinking about that every time that we use our shift. Are they going to ult? Have we seen their ult in a while? Which, speaking of which, Emma hasn't ulted once, and Strange hasn't ulted since the beginning of the game. So, probably has it again. This is something that I almost never recommend doing, is using your dash and popping it down really quickly. The only time I recommend it, there are 2 times. One where you did it earlier because we were over here and you guys already had like 4 kills and there was a character who had a movement ability that you were cleaning up. It was Rogue. That was fine because you're not in danger of dying. The other thing is if you're in your backline already and there's somebody diving on your backline. That's great. Then you throw it down, they stay in the thing, they're nice and safe, everything's fine. Here, now, all this Emma has to do is walk to here and you're dead. She can block you off, she can diamond form, so you can't get out, and then if you try to jump, you're just gonna die. So, don't do this almost ever. It's not good. Also, it's really important now that Dino's in the game. All the Strange had to do as well is walk in the same spot, right? And just shield you off. Because you can't jump through a shield. And you'll notice this if you're playing thing into Dino. The shield comes up, you don't have your dash, and you can't activate one of these. Okay, Groot ults. Dies for it. Not a great ult. Shift. Use your dash. Target priority. There's a Luna. Use your dash. Okay, good. Now find a support. So a couple things here. First of all, you're splitting your damage between a bunch of people. If you watch like this whole fight, we do some damage to Emma. Or we try, right? We do some damage to Emma. We do some damage to Blade. We do some damage to Strange. We do some damage to Luna. If you take all of that damage and you put it on the same person, it's going to go significantly farther than if you split out your damage. So one of the best things you can do is get really good at finding one person and tracking them to a team fight. Once you're good at that, then you picked the correct person, which in this case would be Luna, right? You pick a support. Who's going to give you the most value if you kill them? And here, we don't, like, chase the Luna down until now it's too late. Oh, you get the kill anyway. But yeah, it's too late. So pick the right person. Make sure you stick to just one. The other thing is, once you're good at, like, picking one person and sticking with them, the other thing you'll start to catch up on is this is where supports usually are, right? And so that concept of, like, where's the support normally on this map? They love to be right here. They move around, they go up, they shoot, they go down, and then they rotate around this way, something like that. Sometimes they'll be up here as well. So once you get really good at that, then you won't have to sit there and look around for the support. You'll be like, they're usually in this area. I'm going to start there, right? You can also do it based off of the healing beams, right? So if we're just looking right here, it's kind of hard to tell. But if we're looking right here, we see it gets bigger, right? And as it's moving, you can really tell Jeff's to the right, right? And that works for pretty much every support character. Harder for some than others, but it's a good thing to keep in mind. Why do we have no cooldowns? What's going on? We TP, which is good. So whenever there's a TP as thing, you don't want to use your dash until after you're through the TP. Just because it's never on the ground and you always have to jump through. And then now you don't have the cooldowns. That's not going to work. That is telegraphed to the max. And Emma's already in diamond form. There's no reason that this should have worked. Other than you just get lucky and you're playing against people who are bad, right? Like this Emma 100% should just stop that. Also, when you're playing tank and your team is portaling, your job is to get through the portal and open space for your team to walk through. You can either do that by displacing the person who's blocking it, which in this case isn't possible because she's diamond form, right? Or if a thing is here, that's also not possible. A ulting Hulk can't really displace them, so on and so forth. The other way is to make space by pushing these people back who you can displace. Then all of a sudden the Jeff is not healing the Emma, and then these people can shoot the Emma, right? So get out of the portal first, ult this way. Now they have to turn around and deal with you or just like die. That's the better way to go about it. Luckily you actually get the ult off, which is a damn miracle. Okay, nice, good job. Oh, why do we give up on the Jeff? Keep chasing the Jeff. Keep chasing him. We're not in overtime yet, so you can get off the point. You can also, like, they leave the support ult. You keep switching targets. It's so bad. There you go. Stick with one. Fight the Luna. So this is why it's important to pick the right targets as we're stepping on, right? Because if you, that whole time, were either fighting the Jeff or the Luna, maybe you force this Luna to ult early, or you outright kill her, which would be the best option. Then they don't have Luna ult, or this, or the combo. Your rocket bails you guys out, but you still lose a support. So now my target would be Jeff here, because he's next up for a support ult. Go fight the Jeff. Now you're in overtime and it's too late. Please don't ult. Let it go. You guys lose this fight. Oh, maybe not. Maybe you had better communication than I did. Let's go. Hang on. Stay on point. Kill that Luna. No, do not jump off point. Goodness. You have so much faith in your teammates. Terrifying. Would you guess how many supports I had last match? I had 4 supports? Oh, Lord. Nice. Luna, Luna, Luna. Kill the Luna. Okay. Nice. All right. How does this go bad? This map's also really hard as thing. What you want to do is force the point and stay down in cover and be aggressive early, which we're not, which is not good. Now they have a little bit of an advantage. Okay. We stick to Blade and he just dies. Okay, get the kill on Wolf. Nice. Far so good. I don't like this. Always thing players, man. Always. Go stand by the door. Thank you. No. Okay, go. Yes. This is where you want to be. Good, 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 good. You're just gonna let your homie die like that? So, you have ult and they're giving you junk damage. If you're holding tab or whatever your scoreboard is on console and you see that your White Fox doesn't have an ult, take this damage. You can literally stand right here and just say, White Fox, get some ult charge. Like, that's super valuable because this damage is not going to kill you. It's junk damage. The next thing is, what happens here? You have an ult and your Hulk jumps in. You gotta make a play here. Like, I would legit jump in with your like damage reduction here and just ult and like go for it. Because if not, you're just gonna be down 1 for the fight and then lose the point anyway. Alright, you get a kill luckily. Take it. Okay. That's a bad Luna ult. Okay. Okay, now it's really important you take that junk damage. Now your Luna doesn't have any ult charge at all. Are we walking backwards?
You've captured more than half of the mission area. Keep going.
We're doing... This is just a VOD review. Fire learn. Take that junk damage. Give your Luna ult charge. Don't mind it at all. Not too much. They just had a bunch of ults and you guys didn't, so that happens. And Die on point. Give yourself as much percentage as possible. Hopefully you can get us to 90? Maybe? 85? 85. All right. Fair enough.
Can't get rid of me.
I'm hit! Alert! Cover me! Shield destroyed. Activating force field stabilizer.
Damage resistance increased.
Down 2. Don't ult. Just get out. Get out. Get out. Get out. Get out. So something that, again, like makes high level gameplay. We actually, on my main channel, if you want to go check this out, we watched One Above All gameplay kind of recently. And one of the most important things was the push and pull. Somebody died and the advantage shifted to one team, right? So you guys are down 2, so you have a huge disadvantage. And the team that was disadvantaged instantly backed out. And they were like, just get out, right? And the team that had the advantage instantly realized that they had advantage and pushed as hard as they could and took advantage of that fact, right? So when you're here, your White Fox is already dead, right? Right here. White Fox dead, back out. We don't have advantage. Or make a play to give yourself advantage. You don't really have that option here, but let's say, like, I don't know, let's say Luna was out of position. Just ult instantly, because if you don't, you're at such a disadvantage and you're not going to win a fight anyway. So now you're down 2. Now you definitely need to get all the way out. But instead, we're going to stagger. And we're going to help our team stagger. Okay, Reed uses an ult. Yeah, you guys actually, your DPS are doing good. You're making plays. It's probably not enough. Now you have to either ult. Yeah. Oh, kill the Luna! Kill the Luna, not these people! No, the Luna, the Luna, the Luna. So this whole time, you guys have been fighting this giant brawl on point, but you haven't taken the point. We haven't won a decisive victory. So they went from like 25% to like 56, and they're kind of at a disadvantage the whole time, but it doesn't matter because they're getting the objective. We want clean fights. Okay, now you have an advantage. Heal up and push the advantage. Push the advantage. Okay. That's why we don't go in with our dash. Don't go in with dash. Oh! Dead. Unfortunate. Yay, we portal! We'd love to see it.
You'll have to keep fighting until we have a winner.
So, when we're portaling, the main thing you want to keep, the two main things you want to keep in mind is, do I need to touch point as fast as possible, right? And the second thing is, when we leave the portal, is my team going to have a safe spot, right? Here, you don't really have the option to really set up a safe spot. You just have to touch the point. If you can, a good ideal portal is one that like walls off the enemy. It's kind of hard to show on this point, but like if you put a portal here, right, facing this way. So now you would put a wall in between in between these two people, right? We're on green team, so in between your support and a tank, so they'd be safe, and your team can walk out and have a nice safe wall, right? That's kind of the idea. I think we try to do that a little bit, which is nice. It's always good to break those things down. Yeah. Nice try. I just love the portal in general. It's so good. Make sure everybody's portaling. First to die portals.
All you need to do is capture the mission area.
If you're gonna use your dash, you gotta use it immediately out of spawn, so by the time you're fighting, it's already back. So now that it's too late, I would not use a dash. So what you want to do coming out of spawn, you use your dash to get out of spawn early, and then you want to take an aggressive walled position. You can go here. If you're really fast and the enemy team is kind of slow, you can get all the way to here. Then you get cover early, and then you deny that space from the enemy team. Bad dash. Okay, much better. Now your sport's dead. So now you got to make a play or get out. Wolverine's dead. You guys have a chance, but a DPS is not worth as much as a support. And there it is. Gotta take that space early. Don't go too far when you take the space early, though. I don't want the pendulum to swing too far, and then you're just feeding. So be careful with that. Oh, your White Fox is already dead. Oh, that's so unfortunate. Yeah, just get out. Can change here? What's the game plan? Is somebody asking for mag or strange? Okay, they want a shield tank. They hate that. Good. I was just about to say, make sure you turn around to check that your team is here. Excellent. I love it. So good. Okay, now you have to wait. Wait. Regains your shield. You can't push in. So whenever you're playing strange, you have to pay really close attention to how much shield health you have. That tells you what you can and can't do. Oh, you're cut off. Good. There's a Luna. Kill the Luna. Focus her. Killed. Just get your ult. Work to get your ult here. Fortunate. Okay, we have an advantage. Nice. Good. Your strange is pretty decent.
Even small victories are worth celebrating.
All right. Super huge brain thing you could do. You hear the enemy stranges portaling. Step to the side, start your own portal. And you pick up the first one. You drop it off the map. And then you start the second one over here. And you just wait. And once you see that portal start opening, I would guess around here, usually. Then you put it up. And then hopefully you'll catch the second half of people. Huge brain thing. It's also very risky. Something to think about. Yeah, and then you could throw it up right here. And then even if they don't jump through it, they're not shooting through it now. And now 3 people are cut off. I don't like this ult. But I mean, it works, but I think that was a terrible portal on their part. So I would say you guys still had an advantage and could have won without the ult. But that's okay. You guys are down at DPS. Go in! Go in! Bro, their Jeff has ult every 2 seconds. That's infuriating. Where? We just keep falling into this trap of like not being aggressive when it's time to be aggressive, and then losing the advantage, and then we slowly get like whittled down. So the key to that is realizing when it's either we have an advantage, push the advantage, or we have like no advantage here, but we're out of options, so you have to just make a play. Okay, hopefully your Emma protects you. Yeah, you don't have time, you just gotta go in. Find the high value target. There she is. High value target.
I am ready to put on a show.
Judge, jury, executioner! By the eye of Agamotto!
Oof. Probably it. Yeah. So anyway, there's a lot there. Good luck grinding. I hope this video helps. If you have any questions, make sure to leave a comment either on the YouTube video or the Reddit post or anything like that, or join the Discord. So yeah. Thank you for submitting it. Take care. God bless. Catch you guys next time. Bye. Right. There we are. Another VOD review down. 5 VOD reviews today. Amazing. What rank was this? GM. I have no idea what to title this. Scad nerd. All right. Oh, 20%er. Sorry, Jake. Atlanta, your team was playing character roulette, huh? All right, so they fixed it. We can now do the Am I the Problem? Perfect. Who's ready for Am I the Problem? Okay. Okay. All right, hello everybody. Welcome back to Am I the Problem, the series where you lost a competitive game and then you got flamed. Somebody called you the problem. So we go back and we watch the whole thing from all the perspectives on your team and see if you really were the problem. Today, our protagonist said, I was playing comp matches and had a Punisher that went out of his way to get on my case about my healing. I was pretty sure that I was doing my job effectively, and I was about 9k healing away from everyone else. I never responded back. Good. And I think that made the situation worse. Nah. We ended the match with him spamming things like White Fox diff towards me. Is it me? So, let's find out. To start off with, I agree with your decision. Don't ever spout things back. My old coach used to say, my old football coach used to say, don't get in a pissing match with a skunk. It just makes things worse. So just mute him, move on. Don't worry about what anybody has to say. So let's see, were you the problem? And let's see if we can, you know, learn a little bit about White Fox. So far, I hate this already. Your Moon Knight is full health. Like, go get some damage, but keep them in mind, right? So you could be standing here spamming down main where you can still heal the health bar. But I mean, it's not a problem. You're just missing out on some optimizations, which is fine. You're playing a little far up, which I don't like. I don't like that TP. But nothing egregious so far. And look, your Groot even got a kill. So far, so good. What happened? Your Widow sucks. Happens. Don't know how Iron Fist works. Okay, be careful here. Okay. Ah, see, this is what I was gonna say. So, whenever you're playing support and you see another support with you, think about what's not happening, right? So here, if both of you are looking this way, that means none of you are looking this way, which is not necessarily an awful thing, but it does leave a weakness here. So if you see this from your invis, make sure you take a second to look and that your front line is not instantly dead. Because higher rank, that's all it takes for your front line to get blown up. Especially if your front line is bad. Which, at least your Dino had the wherewithal to back up, you know? Can't say that for everybody. I've played quite a few games in Celestial where that's not the case. Okay, your team is crushing right now. Bro, what? What's that? Okay. Oh, we got a long one today. Nice. Okay, bro, your Widow is... Alright, so... let's go back and watch your Widow die. Just for a second. What's the plan here, Widow? Literally stand perfectly still, where the entire enemy team can see you, right? Whole team can see her, not moving at all whatsoever. You even try, you give her a shield, and still just stands there. So, I mean, that's not on you. Now let's see what happens here on your team. You have a Groot. Maybe they didn't realize that they switched to Groot. No, because they have been Groot for a while. We throw our Iron Wall early, then we back up and then immediately get punished for it. Not a good plan. That's not on your supports. Like, you just got hooked. Like, play better, you know? I don't like this. Whenever you're playing Dino did just come out, so I can't give them too much shit. But you want to use the laser not for damage, but you kind of spam. You just, what is it called? It's like a sprinkler spray. You just sprinkler everybody to make sure all of their health bars light up like this, to where you're getting the max amount of bleed and healing, like life steal, right? So you spray it to coat everybody, and then you get your life steal, then you can back out. That's just a ton of damage. So your group messed up and your Widow messed up. Your Dino did alright, everything considered. Nobody had ult. And you guys actually back up, which is great. Just keep backing up. That's a terrible ult. Pull him. Pull him, Invis. Oh, your Moon Knight. Oh, your Moon Knight. Keep backing up, homie. He slowed down for just enough to die. Now are we gonna try to portal? Oh. Oh no. Oh, what's the idea here? What is the idea here? What does this accomplish? Like, they're gonna get the point if you sit here for 8 seconds, which is how long an invis ult is. We're trying to portal. We have a Strange trying to portal. So, like, you're split from your team. Is this gonna, like, do you have self-shield? You have a self-shield. You're the one who's low. You have a push. You can wait for the Bucky to land and then push him. That's an idea. You can wait through, and then that should buy you enough time to jump. There's no reason to ult you. This is terrible invis ult. Oh, my Lanta. Good pull, though, but, like, now they get the point anyway, because you weren't with your team who's portaling. And now they have an ult advantage. right? They took the point without using a support ult. So now you guys are down one. So you it's on you now, protagonist. You better have an amazing support ult. Hey, your team's super split up now. Back. Oh my, dude, your Widow is seriously just standing still. They're literally just standing still. Oh my, Lanza. All right. I think your Moon Knight is in bad spawn. So if the enemy team White Fox was smart here, she'd ult aggressively and just go immediately. So how do we explain this? So earlier, you know how I was talking about how if you're both looking back here, nobody's looking forward? This is what's happening here. Honestly, your Invis should turn back around and keep helping Knight. But at the same time, a better way to think about this from White Fox's perspective is you want to shoo away the flyer or the diver like a fly, right? You have a fly, like a bug on you, right? You just shoot away. You go, get off. And then it flies off. And then it's gone, right? Problem solved. You want to think about it in the same way. So if you turn around and you have right here comes Iron Fist. Iron Fist only has a few capabilities, right? He has his block, he has his heal, he has his kick. So his kick is his get out of jail free card, and his block is to stop things. He's already used his block, which you can tell because he has. You can tell right here he turns the corner blocking if you're paying attention to the colors, right? So the health bar turns to yellow because he's CC immune and he's blocking. So he doesn't have that. So all he has is the kick. So right now it's like he used the kick and he used his block. All you have to do is do a tiny bit of damage and see he knows. He's like, all right, I'm done. I have to get out. And so he gets out. So the second you see that, like just turn back around, let the Widow finish the kill and go back to helping. It's already too late because your Moon Knight is dead. How is your Moon Knight dead? Let me guess. I'm just going to make a wild guess and say he jumps up, either uses his double jump or like his grapple to ult, and then falls right back down in the middle and just dies to spam. Double jump, ult, and dies to spam. Amazing. Truly wonderful, the brain of a Moon Knight is. You guys trade DPS though, so it's not the worst thing in the world. That's a not great field from your Dino. Not a great Widow ult that did literally nothing. Okay. It'd be really nice to have an Invisible Woman ult here, but we used it on nothing. So honestly, I'm really, really glad you're not White Fox ulting here because you would just die. Way to just let your team... What is this? What is this? What is this? I was just saying, you're just gonna die. Bro, that is... Oh. Bro, with teammates like these, what are you supposed to do? What are you supposed to do? Get out. Why is your Moon Knight staying? Get out. This is what I always tell supports in this situation. Stop healing them. Stop healing them. Because they will back up if they're not getting healed. If you heal them, they'll be like, oh, I have people with me. Just stop healing them. Don't heal them until they're out. Then you heal them. Unless they are moving backwards. Like in this scenario. He overstayed his welcome. And now he's staggered yet again. Hopefully here your Dino has a brain and goes the other way. But of course, no, they don't. Your mag bubbled at here for no reason? What? Why? Bro, this is a 15-second cooldown. You're bubbling Dino, who has like the highest survivability in the game, and already used shield. And for what? Nothing. Hello? I mean, there's an argument here you could White Fox ult. If we did it a little bit faster, I could help. You just get deleted. Oh, living? TP out. You have to. Alright. Invis is dead. Get out. Get out. Stop healing them. They're just going to stagger longer. Just get out. Oh, God. Okay, we're good. Ay, ay, ay. Uh-oh. Nice. Yo, excellent stuff. And then you're immediately out of melee form, and you're back to helping the front line. Everything was great up until the TP. The TP was terrible. So try to get out of that habit. But even then, you don't get punished for it, so it's fine. Another Moon Knight ult. Bro, this Moon Knight's just farming it. So we got really lucky here. But this is, again, like why that TP was so bad. It's a really long cooldown. If this Daredevil is slightly better, he gets the kill. Like, your TP comes back just in time, but... Good charm, good kill. Your invis actually ults decent enough, I guess. It's not terrible. It's worlds better than the last one. Okay. There we go. Let's see. Let's look back at this, because it's better, but I don't agree with it. Let's look at this in its entirety. Let's see. I don't like this ult. I don't like it. It's better. At least there is a reason for it, unlike the last one. But again, like, they have a Punisher. They have a Groot. They're just gonna ult on you after this for free. And like, if we look at it, what's really the point? Is it just because they have an invis ult? The much better option would be, especially because both of your tanks already realize they have an invis ult and they back up, right? They're both out of it. You could just sit here and like heal your tanks and be fine. But no, now we use it, and now here it comes. Punisher immediately takes advantage. Is like, yo, they don't have invis ult. Here we go.
Judge, jury, executioner.
And now we're down a tank. At least you have a brain and get to cover. Nice job there. That you almost saved that with the charm. Actually, did you save your invis? No. Unfortunate. That's two terrible invis ults. Moon Knight has been feeding. Your Widow stands still and gets killed every 5 seconds. Your Magneto is not having good bubbles at all.
Don't give them another inch.
Oh. Nice charm. I don't like this though. This is a bad melee form. Again, not the worst. You don't get punished for it immediately, but like, you've already charmed Angela. She has no health. She's not going to stick around. And then it's also Angela. So when we talk about melee form does a ton of healing and some good damage, but you have to be hitting somebody to get healing, right? And so you have to have a good target. A perfect target for this is actually Magneto. If you have a Magneto anywhere close to you, just pop melee form. Don't even use the dashes. Stand there and like slash at him. You'll do a ton of damage and a ton of healing. So, but a character like Angela, Hulk, Captain America, Venom, the second you pop melee form, they're just going to leave. So we go a little too far on this. Hopefully we don't get punished for it. It's not as bad of a mistake as the other people have been making, like, at all. Good charm. Here I actually would love if you had melee form, right? Because you have a Groot in your back line, and you have people who are kind of low. I wouldn't mind this. Just go into melee form right here. Use it as a mini ult. Why is your Magneto dead? Why is he over there? What? Okay, so he isolates himself off immediately. Uses his bubble, so now he doesn't have a self bubble for 8 seconds. Tries to take advantage of a Moon Knight ult. Misses all of his shots. Doesn't use his shield and dies. Yeah, I failed to see how a White Fox, or any support for that matter, could help a Magneto who does that. Outside of an Ultron who's up here. Maybe. And even then, it's Ultron drone, so pretty sure you're dead. Let's see a Widow try to shoot an Angela. And miss. And miss. And finally hit, but, you know, we're forgetting something. Dino? Why are we not on point? Dino? Point? Stay on point, please. You gotta die on point. Like, it's better to die. You have ult! Oh. Okay. That's terrible.
Even when the multiverse is
Alright, so now we're on Punisher. The main character appears. No, that's not the Widow. That's the Widow? The Widow is the what? Oh, okay. Oh, this just got interesting. Alright, you're gonna stand still on Punisher too? Oh boy. Just stop for a second and see. They don't even have this bound. So, that's great. Oh, lovely. At least they're moving. They're not standing still anymore. They're taking care of the Punisher turret, but they're backing up. This is something you hate to see. Is people isolating themselves. You guys gotta all move forward together. So the Punisher just stands back, and then you guys stay back to help him. At least you realize there's an Angela here. Literally, you guys stay in danger because of this Punisher, which is great. That's a terrible move by Angela. So yeah, the point of a diver, the goal of the diver is not to kill. The goal of a diver is to get you guys to stop healing the front line. Best way to accomplish that is to kill the support. That's a method of achieving the goal, right? If the support is dead, they're not healing for 10 seconds to respawn plus 5 seconds to walk back from point. That's 15 seconds. However, if you just float around because a Punisher's stupid in the back line, and then you guys have to help him, and then both of you guys look over here, Invis misses her push and completely turns around, these guys just get completely left alone. Now, it's not great that these guys have no idea what's going on behind them. And then Moon Knight literally standing out in the middle of nowhere. We gotta watch this. We gotta watch this. Oh, my Lanta. Yep, just spam down main. No, they're gonna die to the wall. Oh, my Lanta. Oh, my Lanta. This is not cover. This does damage. Oh, that's so bad. Oh, that's terrible. Oh my Lanta.
Need assistance.
Yeah, for sure. Oh, kill her! Bro, she saved her! If you pull her in to this, you literally save her. Oh my Lanta. Look at how scared this Angela is. She's literally dropping. She would have dropped right to here. If you pull her in, she's dead. 100%. But your invis literally just saves her. Oh, no. No! Oh. Oh my gosh, your tank's actually peeled? Your rogue peeled? Let's go. All right, we dealt with it. Now let's walk forward. We got to pick on the Punisher. Let's go. Everybody walk forward, please. W key. Okay, Rogue went way too deep, but that's okay. We're W keying. Get the White Fox. I don't like that TP, but that's fine. We're W keying. Angela's back. Decent push, I guess. Moon Knight, please, like, walk up here and deny this area from the Angela. Please, don't just stand on point and turn your brain off. Do something. And now they recontest. They have time for a portal, but red team's terrible, so they don't portal. So it's fine. Good lord. Plat. Plat, by the way. Thank you very much. He has an ult. I swear, if this dude jumps up again, ults, and then lands right here and dies, I'm gonna cry. You guys are up 1. Please ult. Like, go up here and then ult here. But we're wasting time. All the time you waste, this person's coming back. Please. Please. Please ult. Please ult. Don't land to the floor. Okay, at least they ulted. Good lord. Like, high ground. Use high ground. Use high ground. Stand here. Use high ground. Use high ground. Just walk down main. Hey? That's a terrible Punisher ult, by the way. The Moon Knight already got a kill. They're already split up, and we got the Invis ult out. They have Thing in spawn and Punisher in spawn. This is a 6v4. There's no reason to ult here. Now would be a pretty good time to ult, right? You could just burn the White Fox ult. But whatever, it's fine. We don't. I don't like this White Fox ult or the Rogue ult. Let's just blow everything. Too much, too much. We just spent 3 ults on a 1 fight. Oh, and the Dino ulted too. That's so bad.
Guess it's time for us to head.
All right, please tell me they hold up. Hold the door. Guys, hold here. If you're a tank on this map, please hold here. You do damage and you keep them in the choke point. Then you cut them off here. I'm like, oh, this is so bad. Where's your rogue? Preparing to dive, I guess. Whatever.
Judge, jury, executioner! Armed and dangerous!
Not terrible. Oh, okay. This is a tight fight. So honestly, if this were me, I feel like a high level thing to do here would be to realize that the Magneto is cut off and immediately go into melee form, especially seeing that they got 2 kills. Use the dash to get in close and just try to get the pick, because your team is already down so much that the longer you wait, now they're just going to regather their strength and then push in, and now you guys have to back out. It's a risky play. It's not guaranteed to work out, but if you want to be aggressive, White Fox is the character. Okay. So, you know, Punisher and Moon Knight, you guys are having a pretty hard time hitting people, right? Your only real target is Magneto or the Dino, who have a ton of health. It'd be, if only there was some other way that you could somehow get to a better position and like have access to good targets. But, you know, that doesn't exist in this game. We just shoot down main for whatever reason. And then it works because they're terrible. Oh. Yeah, just load it up, Punisher. Nice. Yeah, this is Am I the Problem. Yeah, Rogue, just go in and burn all of your cooldowns immediately. Nice. And then push the invis away from you. Yep, that'll do it. Good. Nice. Perfect. Exactly how you want to play. Yeah. Guys, please take high ground. Okay, we're coming up on an ult advantage. So, they don't have a Punisher ult. I would probably lead with White Fox ult here. Okay. Why, Invis? Why? There's no reason to ult. Look at your team. Your team is at full health. Nobody's in the Invisible Woman ult. Except for maybe Rogue, but she backs out of it. It's fine. We don't... This is terrible. God, it's so terrible. You guys win this fight without the Invisible Woman ult. And now, look. Here it is. 70%. Here comes a Punisher ult at the beginning of next fight, and we're not going to have anything for it. Like, if you really felt scared, then White Fox should have been the one to ult, right? Because White Fox can't ult during a Punisher ult. Okay. Nice. Good play by Dino. A Moon Knight ult. He died for it. He died for it. Let me guess. He used his movement ability to get in? No, he got hooked? He got hooked and ulted? Oh my. Bro, that's so terrible. Why? That's an even worse Punisher ult. That's an... Oh, that's a terrible TP. Okay. Here I would go in with melee form as kind of a mini ult. Your rogue is ulting like it's go time, and they have a Magneto, right? So just go in and start punching the Magneto. You're doing damage with your rogue. You're healing your rogue at the same time. Just get in there and go do stuff. Not the worst that you don't, but this is an opportunity to make use of White Fox actually like being an aggressive support. I don't like the ults because I think that's a little too much. You should just use the melee form. But I mean, we get their White Fox ult out, and the Punisher doesn't ult, so it's the worst. Also, again, make sure you're spamming right click when you're in ult. Rogue feeds. Nice.
Judge, jury.
Poorly timed invis ult. You gotta wait. So Punisher ult lasts 10 seconds once he starts shooting. Well, not shooting, but once he's capable of shooting, right? And then invis ult only lasts 8. So we already have a 3-second deficit because your invis couldn't wait for half a second. Luckily, we also have a Punisher who's ulting. I'm pretty sure your invis didn't think about that at all. Uh-oh. Also, they have a Magneto, so... Or they have a Magneto, so the Punisher could have died to that. Self-shield? No push, no self-shield, no jump, nothing. Just died to a Magneto for no reason. Punisher in the back line? What happened here? Did we portal? Oh, we portaled. Oh, interesting. Okay. Nice. Shotgun? You know, because you're close? No, just... Good one. Nice one, Punisher. At least your Dino gets out, man.
Get that vehicle moving again. Only 60 seconds left.
Okay. Bro, your strange just like walked in with no reason. Alright. Nice. Eh, not great. Pop your shield, get out. I'd say that's worth it. Your Dino is fine. Your Dino has made probably the least mistakes so far. You guys push it all the way though.
3, 2,
Oh gosh, I'm scared.
feeling fantastic.
Battlefield ready again.
All right, who's gonna int? Where's your Punisher? Okay, and the back line. Nice.
They look like they mean business. Down to 30 seconds.
So now if he gets hit, he can't get healed because he's so far back behind his supports that they can't see him. He's also not on a, you know, high ground, off angle up here. Not trying to flank or anything. Not close range off angles. Shotgun, nothing. Nope, just shoot down main randomly. That's fine. Yeah. Okay, now we W key too far. So we have to use a cooldown to get back.
Final 10 seconds.
Dino diff, man. Dino diff. Your Dino's doing fine. Bubble him off! Bubble him off! Ah, I don't like that. Uh-oh. Oh, your invis just They're invis ulted. I ult. Now we both ult.
Feeling fantastic.
Like every time, like clockwork, and it's so annoying. Okay. White Fox ult. Another stalling. Is red team gonna portal? Oh, way to peel for your team. Good stuff. Jeez, he got lucky. Why is he so low in the first place? Oh, he's face to face with the mag and not using shotgun, and then ults when he's low, and then mag misses all of his shots. This Punisher is terrible. Jeez. That's a terrible dino ult. At least you didn't ult.
Help get that vehicle to its destination.
Alright, what's the plan here? Is Rogue just gonna int? Okay. Punisher just on cart, sure. Not using high ground. Nothing like that. No, just the laziest thing we can possibly do. Oh, man. Punisher turret up here would go pretty hard. Or even just being here as Punisher would go pretty hard. You know, high ground? Nothing. Nope, it's fine. We'll just set on cart. Fine.
Judge, jury, orange.
Remember that invis ult that we definitely didn't need? And now would totally save our entire team. Yeah, that one. You can't ult here as White Fox. Now you have to, now that the Punisher ult is gone. Moon Knight ult gets him off. Hopefully. Please, Punisher. You died? Portal. Punisher, portal. Portal? Portal? No, of course not. Excellent White Fox ult, by the way. You timed that perfectly and did a fantastic job. So good stuff. Charm? I would charm or you got to be in there. It's overtime. You got to be in there with your melee form. Doing damage here. Do damage to the dino. You're probably not going to die in melee form and like you don't have time. The risking it there is scary for me. How they portal? That's a terrible portal. Bro, you're invis. How many times can she make the same mistake? Way to look back. Nice job. I haven't watched this Rogue too much. All we've seen is them use all of their abilities and then die. Standard Rogue behavior, I suppose. Use all our abilities. Get bailed out. By ulting Dino? That's a terrible ult. They don't have portal. Oh, too far, too far. They don't have portal. You don't need to be out here. Rogue's touching spawn doors. Alright.
The vehicle reached the checkpoint.
You guys have pushed it really far. Do you really lose this game? How do you lose this game? Your team just have no idea how to play defense? That's really bad. Homies now has to wait 10 seconds to do anything. Because he couldn't position properly. Now that's an invis ult. That's so much better. Alright, good White Fox ult. Okay, get out. Good. Why is your Punisher over here? What is this? Hello? Bro, you have a White Fox ult. Walk forward. There's an invis right in front of you. Go get healing. Why are you standing here? Of course you're not gonna get healed. You're not in front of the healers. Bro, no way you're this bad. No way.
Judge, jury, executioner.
Oh, They did it! A good invis ult! Holy! It's a damn miracle! It's still slightly too early, but like, you guys do it! Oh my gosh! Oh, self-shield. Your Moon Knight's so bad. You guys know those stories where like, you know, this person goes in for a routine thing and they find out they're actually missing like 90% of their brain. That's this Moon Knight. Oh my Lanta. And then Jeff ult just gets everybody off the point. So our protagonist has the brain to get out, but then you have the muscle memory to leave melee form immediately, which is a good muscle memory, but here it works against you because you have to use you have to get back in there. But now that I think about it, you don't have a second dash because you didn't hit anybody. So good play by the Jeff. If anybody is rogue, yeah. Unfortunate. You guys push it really far. Wait, did you guys win this? I thought you guys lost. Okay, give me 1 second. Yeah, okay. All right. All right, at least Punisher is in a position where he can get healed. Venom actually gets a kill. Jeez. Nobody in this whole game is using high ground except for you. That's a Moon Knight ult. That doesn't really accomplish anything. But I mean, it's Moon Knight ult, so whatever. He'll have another one in 10 seconds. The mag just dies? Chillin'? Venom ints, but the Strange dies, so it's fine, and Venom makes it out. Great. Hey, Venom ults? You guys have already used 2 ults and they haven't used anything. She got a good one. She got a decent one, right? Let's go. Wait, how did your whole team die? What happened? Am I stupid? All right, Punisher way out in the middle of nowhere. Ults, even though he's not at full health. Kills the ulting Punisher, which is nice. Gets 3 and dies. Not terrible. All right, what happened to Moon Knight? Just dies even though he has his jump? Can you not use your jump in that? No, you can. Why are we not? Yeah, just chose not to? Okay. Then did Dino just get deleted by the Punisher ult? Oh, he already used his shift to go in aggressively. And then just gets melted. Alright. Who else dies here? Venom? No. Okay, they have a bit of an advantage here, unfortunately. But your Venom, just making plays. They're so much better on Venom than they are on Rogue. Jeez, their Rogue is terrible. They need to stick to Venom. Okay, good patty cake. I don't mind this ult at all. Yeah, they have a Jeff. Happens. But you buy enough time for your team. Oh, you're alive! Move! Ah! Bro, Moon Knight's dead again. Do we have to keep watching these? That is the goofiest thing.
The final 10 seconds.
That should be it, right? All right. Wow. Okay. So, no, you were not the problem. Your Punisher was terrible. Your Moon Knight was completely absent-minded. Your Venom was so much better on Venom than they were on Rogue. Their Rogue just inted. Your Invis held it together at the very end because they stopped having terrible ults. Their ults for the whole game were so bad. There are some things you can work on as White Fox, but like, no, you were not the problem. Nice job. Jeez. All right. Here we are. Yeah, definitely. Moon Knight players definitely forget that. They don't pay attention at all. Ear is itching. It's quite annoying. Okay, what episode of Am I the Problem was that? That was episode 31. We're getting up there. Do we have a name for that? I'm gonna say absent-minded. I think they're just not there, man. Not there. All right. Anyway, I am done streaming for the day. To be honest, I'm wiped out. We did a lot today. We did 5 VOD reviews and an Am I the Problem? So, yeah, nobody did know what High Ground was. That's true. But yeah, that's gonna be it for me today. Tomorrow, back to business as usual. We'll do whatever VODs we have. So, anyway, thank you guys so much for watching, for hanging out. Same time, same place tomorrow.